All right, cool. Now I can see these comments. Good shit. Check I gotta download Discord back on my phone right. I don't have it on there right now because I got a new phone and I didn't ever download it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Like my boy said, please smash the like button. You got a new channel or something support? Yeah, everything all good. Appreciate you your concern. There go the link for anybody that wants to get on right now. I'll add you on. I'm actually heating me something up to eat real quick. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a little minute. Like I said, I'm fishing up this food real quick. Damn, what the hell is that? I think this one kind of hard, but hey. Yeah. It's the camera. I don't know. What's good, my boy?
What's up with it, homie?
Shit. Let me see what this nigga said.
Support said he been crashing out, bro.
I see that shit. yeah. DeMarcus said he was about to send some more super chats, but you had put his ass in timeout, so he couldn't do it. He's like support blocking your blessings.
Oh, that's crazy. I wonder what he said. What did DeMarcus say?
I don't know.
Man, shit.
But anyways, first and foremost, I still ain't did the rewatch of episode 5, but still, from what I remember, that jump was 5 for me. I'm gonna be up a long time tonight because I'm gonna be doing hella videos and shit. I might push out like 6, 7 videos tomorrow. So y'all be prepared. You gonna be saying y'all gonna be like, damn, that glad nigga going ham.
Yeah, my notifications on. I'm gonna make sure I click up all of them.
But yeah, first thing we're gonna discuss, we're gonna go ahead and talk about episode 6. Basically, this is the things we're gonna be expecting. Quick little predictions. For me, things I know for sure this is what I expect. I'm gonna go ahead and put out one of them that I think gonna happen for episode 6. It's gonna be revealed. I think it might be revealed. No. You know what? I'm trying to think. Is it gonna be revealed who that Marvin did that shit? 'Cause in my opinion, I think it's Marvin. I'm already working on a video breaking down all the candidates that a bunch of fans and stuff been speculating on who they believe it is. My opinion is Marvin, but I'm gonna go down and break down each character, why I think it probably not them, or if they have a slight percent chance. So that's probably gonna be one of my first ones I work on when I first get off here. That's probably gonna be the first one. Then of course I gotta do the recap. Then I'm gonna break down why and how it was Marvin, like how he did it, all the details into that. But I think we might see Marvin admitting that it was him to Rock. We might get that, you know what I'm saying? And Rock gonna be telling him like, look, your little brother want revenge for whoever did it, so you might want to keep that shit under the radar. Like, I can see some shit like that happening because we seen in the trailer already that Lou was saying he gonna make an exception because he's supposed to be down with the game, but he gonna make an exception for Famous. So basically, Lou taking that shit hard. Probably because he partially feel responsible for it a little bit. And him and Famous became cool and shit like that. So that's one thing I think we can be expecting. Of course, Kanan gonna be pissed off. We seen him at the we seen him at the basketball court. So I'm pretty sure, which I already knew when I seen it at the trailer, I called that's got something to do with him looking for whoever killed Famous. And them little kids that we seen that, so we saw some kids there. We already know that. So here's the question. I'm gonna ask you Buckets, and then of course we can open it up to the rest of the panel as well.
Yeah.
Do y'all think Ghost and Tommy might be among them little kids that they run into on the basketball court?
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, my whole thing with the scene with the little kid finding Famous and shit, I'm standing on business on that. I feel like that's Ghost, but even if it's not, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, everybody.
What's good, Anthony?
What up? What up? Huge Power fan.
Good.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Buckets?
But yeah, I don't necessarily know. I think, cause see, my thing is, I think when they're running up on those kids, I think that's him trying to figure out. That's them trying to figure out what kid found famous. So it might be a situation where they don't see that kid again, which would back up my theory is him being Ghost. Because I mean, shit, you see him one time and then you never see this little. I don't think we gonna see if Tommy and Ghost is in the story. I don't think we're gonna see him again to the end of this season, which would kind of like it would like kind of further push the story. You go into season 5 and then we got Origins coming. So it's a possibility that maybe Tommy could be out there, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Like I think if they did something like that, they're not gonna have both of them on screen at the same time.
Okay, so you think just maybe we get one?
Yeah, maybe we get one. Just like how we just seen in that scene, if that kid is supposed to be Ghost,
right?
We see him by himself, going to do something on his own, and then because them kids was out there shooting basketball, they shot the basketball before it even went. You seen that on the
I did catch that shit.
I was like, what the fuck? They shot the basketball.
You probably have to go back and look at it though, but I didn't notice it.
Yeah, they shot the shit out that basketball. I'm like, damn, all right. So I don't know, man. It could be a toss up, but I think that's them trying to figure out, which one of y'all found famous. Which I guess it's a good plot line. I guess it kind of pushes the story. So, but that shit seemed like it's like, to me it's still a slow burn, man. Like, and the only reason why I think that kid is Ghost, man, because I'm like, bro, Famous just died, bro. He gonna have to get his crew. Like, we finna see him pretty much.
You going down the same direction I was going, bro. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, OC come up missing, and then Crystal come up missing. So who the fuck else? He ain't gonna have nobody.
Exactly. His whole crew about to be gone.
You feel me?
And I was gonna do a video on that. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, if more than likely that kid was Ghost for a couple of reasons. One, the nigga look. If you pay attention, I can pull it up. Dude. The nigga looks like the guy that they were showing. Remember at the end of the original Power when they was introducing the promo for Raising Kanan, they showed the young Ghost, young Katami, but that was them when they was like 16ish. The little kid we just saw, he looked like he about 12 to 13, which should be the age of Ghost and them around this time. Yeah. So he looks like an even younger version of the actor, you know what I'm saying, that they used for that promo.
Yep.
Like if I go and pull them up right now and then show y'all the kid that I can put them side by side, you're gonna see them niggas look very identical.
Bro, I thought they was using AI for that kid, bro. I thought they AI his face like on a kid's body. I was like, bro, they look like the same. It looked like the same kid in that flashback, bro. He just looked a little bit older. I was like, bro, they doing something with the graphics because that kid looked exactly like him, bro. But I mean, there is another kid that's there too, Crank, and Crank looked like. I was like, why y'all keep putting these little light skinned dudes in here and they all look the same?
But I'm gonna say this though, Crank looked older though. Crank looked like he's Kanan's age. Yep. The nigga we saw this past episode, he looked like he around the age Ghost supposed to be.
Yep. And
that was my only pushback with Crank. I was like, he just looked a little too old.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so as far as my opinion about the basketball court thing, so basically, and I think this kind of touching on what you already said, that that it's probably gonna be a report that the kids found them, because I'm pretty sure in order for the police to get involved, somebody had to tell the police. So maybe it was the older guy. Probably the older guy, that was chasing him, probably called the police. because I seriously doubt the kid did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
well, remember he said the police was already on their way. So
he did. You're right. He did say that. Yep.
Yeah.
So the police arrived there, and then I'm pretty sure the kid probably dipped out because he just got through stealing the beer. He ain't trying to stick around for that shit. So, so he dipped out, and then the dude, that was at the store probably just told him, yeah, some kid, I was chasing this kid, and the kid found the body. So that's probably gonna be reported. I can see like Detective Garcia. He probably gonna go back and talk to Kanan and be like, so your friend Famous was found, in the abandoned building. Some kid found them, and then that's probably how you get that info. Or maybe OC gets the information because you remember we did see him in the trailer saying, if you want to make some real loot, get me some information. So maybe he finds out that it was a kid who found Famous. And
or they could have went and talked to Fame's mom, and Fame's mom just got their information from Garcia himself.
Yeah, some kind of way they're gonna get that information. That's what it's gonna lead to the basketball court. And who knows, that little kid might be, because I seriously doubt me personally, my gut feeling telling me that's not gonna be our last time seeing that thing.
Yeah.
Like even if he don't turn out to be Ghost, this is not gonna be our last time seeing him because I seriously doubt they have that scene for no reason, and then they did put it in the trailer. So why would they have this little young nigga running in the trailer for no reason? More than likely, he plays some kind of part in the storyline. So I think I could see them, going to it or whatever. And then maybe, maybe it do turn out to be Ghost or something like that. And then he offers to help Kanan out. And Kanan pays him, and then maybe Ghost is so smart. Ghost smart as hell. He finds out exactly, more information that helps him find out that it was somebody linked to your own family. And then eventually he gonna put 2 and 2 together and find out it was Marvin. That's my opinion.
And remember how they described Ghost when he was younger? They said he used to look out for those gangsters out of the corner. So he not gonna start off like how everybody thinking he gonna start off. He gonna start off like doing some little stuff, like
you gotta start small.
Yeah, pretty much doing what OC doing, but he probably gonna have a little bit of a bigger role because even Kanan said like Ghost was a mean ass kid.
Yeah, so, we gonna see that young nigga scrappy. He be like, okay, this nigga right here got hard.
Yeah, exactly.
So he gonna like have that nigga really doing shit. He gonna have that nigga. He gonna teach that nigga how to shoot and all that. And then he like, okay, yeah, this nigga the real thing. So let me read some of these comments real quick. It said my top 3 suspects is Marvin, Unique, or Howard. That's my top 3 as well. I agree with that. I think Marvin is first. Second, I think Howard is probably a stronger. I give him a strong second, and then Unique. I also heard some outrageous shit. Like niggas was saying Lulu, which I think has 0% chance of it being. Cause I was raking my head trying to see how, why, because Lou don't have a reason to kill the nigga. Plus, he was in rehab. So unless this nigga was able to sneak out without any of them knowing, go somewhere, find Famous, and kill that nigga and come back before they notice, there's 0 chance this nigga did that. So let's be real. So for the people that are saying Lulu, that is insane.
I seen a motherfucker say Lulu was in a drunken rage. What? He off the bottle and just killed Famous just because he was drunk, bro. I don't know, bro. That's crazy.
That shit crazy as hell. And then you can tell by Lou's demeanor every time, he was talking with somebody about Famous that he's not the one who did. He was just worried that something may have happened to him as everybody else was. So that's another thing. Unless the only slight possibility I can get him a little bit of grace when it comes to that is, you remember when he when he crashed out and went and told Scrap mom that they killed him, he didn't know he did that. So maybe he did get drunk and just forgot he did it. But come on, how would he leave the facility and then come back? Drunks don't do that. If he was really drunk as hell and did that, they would have found that nigga passed out, on the corner or some shit because he was drunk as hell. Like he wouldn't have made it back to the facility and been good, looked sober right after that. There's no way that should happen. So for the people that saying that's Lulu, y'all niggas insane. But the next candidate that I thought was pretty crazy as well, niggas was saying Garcia. Come on, bro. Garcia don't have a reason to kill him either because Garcia was trying to use Famous to solve the cases they were doing. Because they were trying to figure out some shit about Howard. So why would Garcia kill his only lead to the case? It doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, why would he keep hunting Kanan down, asking him where's Famous if he know he killed him? He wouldn't be doing that shit.
My only pushback on that is that like we ain't got no dirty cops in power, and that's not a normal thing. Like as far as like what Garcia doing right now, he's doing stuff off the back end of his captain, but I don't know, bro. It would be a great plot twist because whatever. My only thing is the only reason why I said it was Garcia is because I feel like whatever Famous told them in that room, bro, it was either something that was gonna lead back to them being fucking dirty, or who knows? Who fucking knows? But the only thing that I think that would make Marvin want to kill Famous is if Famous gave them the information about D-Wiz. That was my thing, because like that's like the one, he was like the one person that kind of like knew shit. Like Famous knew shit that he probably wasn't supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe he knew what happened to D-Wiz and we just didn't see it because it happened off camera.
He did. He was right. No, he was right. Oh, you said knew what happened to D-Wiz. I'm tripping.
Yeah, D-Wiz.
D-Wiz. Gotcha.
And if maybe he knew something about it, maybe he heard something about it in the streets. Because remember, after they smoked Buck 20, everybody was looking at Kanan like, nigga, you dirty. Remember when he went back to school and everybody was ice grilling him, like looking at him like, nigga, we know you killed Buck 20. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's a reach. It's a fucking reach. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that one's very unlikely in my opinion. It holds better weight. It holds better weight than the Lulu case. The Lulu one is insane because the nigga, there's no way he did it. Yeah, Lulu. Wow.
Garcia, I give that maybe like a 5% chance of being true because they do have a chance at it. Lulu, fuck no. Now Howard, the next one, Howard has a whole lot of motive to do it because
he knew Kanan and him was father and son. He knew
that, but I don't think Howard would kill him for that. This is the reason I think it's possible Howard would do it because keep in mind who was they interrogating Famous to get information on? Him.
Yeah.
Think about that. They was interrogating him to get information on Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And Howard got Famous out of jail one day. So he did have a little bit of info on some shit. Mm-hmm. So all the shit that they was accusing Howard on the last episode, it was speculation. They didn't have no proof of nothing. But if they had a witness, then they could possibly, actually prosecute him. So he like, hell no, that nigga got to go. And then maybe he took him out on that. So I could see a little bit now. A lot of niggas like Howard was with Rock the whole time, but we do have a little time period where we can't account for where Howard's whereabouts were. And that's when Rock went to go see Stefano. He wasn't with her then. And that was at night. So but in my opinion, I still would say no, it's not Howard. Marvin has the strongest case because Marvin hates snitches.
Yeah.
Like we don't seen him kill snitches already 3 times. 3 of them that I can think of at the top of my head. Might be more than that, but at least 3 I can think of right now of him killing snitches. No,
Not only,
4. He killed Sam.
Yep.
He killed the dude that snitched that said Kanan put the bad crack out. He killed Gerald. I'm pretty sure he killed Gerald. And he just got through killing the Asian nigga. So that's 4.
Yeah. And Marvin got I will say this, that Marvin does hold a strong case, is that a lot of his bodies have been sloppy. Like he'll kill somebody and just leave them there. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't gonna get the body. You ain't gonna clean the body. You just gonna kill him and walk out the. I'm like, all right, bro. So I do see that Marvin does hold a strong case for that, because people were saying like, well, they wouldn't just kill him and just leave him under a mattress. Well, if you've been looking at what Marvin been doing, he just been leaving bodies everywhere, and he really don't care. So I mean, shit, he does hold a strong case for that though.
So Poet, you all good, bro. You still cool, Peace. I ain't got nothing against you, but yeah. I'm just not getting down to reading your comment when you said you was agitated. You said Lou and Rock was boring characters at this point. Kind of. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit. Rock character a little bit more intriguing than Lou's character right now. But I think they building Lou's character up. Like Lou gonna be that dude coming up season 5. Probably towards the end of this. Probably towards the end of this episode and of this season and season 5, Lulu is going to be very interesting. He said, I think Kanan dad killed Famous because he saw them at the police station, him and his mom. Could be. Lose one best friend and gain another friend he sees as a younger brother. Yeah, I'm guessing you're referring to Ghost. Howard never wore jewelry. I see support. That's what I was thinking too. Howard didn't wear the dude had whoever had the gun. That's another thing that let me know more than likely is Marvin. It looked like the dude had a ring on, and we know Marvin do be wearing a ring. And he had you could see kind of look like a bracelet. If I go back and view the little clip they showed us, it looked like he had a bracelet on. And we know Marvin wears a bracelet. The Jackie Brown famous ass. If that's Young Ghost, I'll take the L, but I doubt it. The writers always are just either trolling fans or fans just looking into something that aren't there. But hey, okay, I'm gonna say this: if it's not Ghost, they definitely trolling, because you can't tell me they didn't know that folks would think that that's him after what they did. So they definitely got to be trolling. PK said, I don't think that's Young Ghost. That shit became a horror film the moment that boy discovered Famous body, and again when his mama saw his body. Some Stephen King after dark shit happened to Famous. Unbanned who?
He talking about the Marcus. Unbanned the Marcus.
Damn, nigga, I didn't know you banned him. Yeah, you gotta stop banning him. I mean, he may be trolling and stuff sometimes, but hold on, let me go back and do it. I didn't know that nigga was banned. Damn, I'm trying to remember where the fuck I gotta go to do that shit. Yeah, because I really don't. I only blocked one person throughout the history of this shit, and that because that nigga came on here with some gay shit. I was like, yeah, you gotta get up out of here. But other than that, I don't really blame. Like whether niggas being annoying or not, you still helping me out by being on here. You can talk your shit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta find out where the hell to go for that shit.
Yeah, it's D is Shamik Moore character. D with his brother, man. That's who killed him. So,
Ah, damn.
boy,
Let me go to swell. Yeah, I don't know how to unban the mic right now. I figured out how to do it last time. I'm guessing that was you who did it the first time.
yeah, Takar, I get what you're saying, but you know, Marvin did move a body though. He moved that body that was in the wall when they was in Baisley Apartments. So,
Well, they moved that body when they was at the Basil's apartment because that nigga was stinking up in the walls.
Yeah.
That's why they moved that shit. Hey, support. You know how to unblock that nigga? Because right now I don't know how to do that shit.
I think the nigga gotta come in, bro. I think he gotta come in to the
I don't.
chat.
He can't come in. That's the thing. If that nigga blocked, it's a way that I can unhide. It's something that's gonna say like hide profile or some shit like that. I remember that, but I just can't remember what did I go to find them.
I thought that maybe like even if the markets did show up, like you could see it, but everybody else can't see it. I ain't know if that's how it worked or not, but
Nah, it's a way that nigga can't see your profile at all, and you ain't gonna be able to see him.
Oh, God damn.
So I'm trying to find it so I can change that shit.
Yeah,
But
free the market. I got that man Devon locked up, man. Devon.
Devon. Yeah, try to get Devon out of
Said go to privacy and block context, I believe. That's what Kenny 2K said.
on YouTube. Privacy. Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah,
Privacy.
Yeah. And block context. And support said go to your YouTube studio settings.
I don't see blocked. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see that part though. I see privacy, but that's it.
Kalinga, I want to see the body too. I don't know why.
They ain't gonna let you see the body.
Yeah, I don't know why
they
did that.
It's not happening.
Hey, but hey, think about. I was thinking about this though too. You know how we was talking about like the contract situation with him is probably a little ugly. That's the reason why we ain't gonna be able to see his body and they using doubles and shit. He's been very quiet, man, which is kind of like crazy because most of the time, if like actors are going through some type of like contract situation, they would kind of be a little vocal and say like, "Well, shit, man, I ain't renewed my contract." So it seemed like he don't want to burn the bridge, but at the same time, it almost seems like somebody's telling him like, "Don't." You know what I'm saying? It almost seemed like he was told to do that. Like he was told to like not come back, not renew your contract, not do none of that stuff, and just leave like this so they can, you know what I'm saying, bring in new characters. Cause I just find it to be weird that, you know what I'm saying, you just leave and then you don't even let your fans know. And then we don't see nothing. We don't see nothing on your page, you know what I'm saying, as far as like your fan pages and shit. Like we don't see you ain't posting nothing. Most people will still like post and, you know what I'm saying? Most people will still like, you know, show some type of love. Like, bro, this show kind of put you on the map a little bit. Didn't nobody know who the fuck you was before this show. You know what I'm saying? So it just seemed weird that they, you know, he doing this like this. Like he almost was coerced into like, yeah, nigga, don't say nothing. Just let it seem like ain't nothing happening. Cause hell, even like Michael Rainey, like nigga, your show, nigga, we don't know what you got coming in the future. Your show done. But he popping it. Every time Lil Meech say something, that nigga he get on live and get to talking shit. I'm like, bro, your show over with, bro. Why are you still talking?
That's crazy. I legit can't find out how to fucking undo that shit right now.
They said go to YouTube Studio, click settings, go to community moderation. It's in the comments. It's in the comments.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the comment screens right now because I'm on the other screen. That's what you're doing.
Oh shit.
But hold on, you said go to let me go to YouTube Studio.
And then retype that shit, of course. I can't see it again, bro. It's on my TV screen. Y'all comments is going crazy. So maybe Famous had a contract dispute over the music. Well, maybe. I mean,
I think it's something that, you know, I think it's something to do with that. It got to be something like that.
Yeah. Over his music, though, or over just the music that he made for the show?
What the fuck is Michael Lee?
Kalinda stay cool and Unique could take a page from Raquel's book from season 1 of Destroy Reputation by framing her for killing Famous, blaming her for the demise of DEFCON, High Post, D-Wiz, and Buck 20.
But it's a lot of I found that there's a lot of people on this damn hidden users list. I ain't put none of these folks on this out. He's like motherfucking
nigga support been a busy bee, nigga.
Hey, nigga, it's about 20 niggas on this out.
Well, now let Takara.
Somebody going there. God damn.
They don't want to see none of you niggas. Unique destroying Raquel's reputation and business would be the best form of revenge against Raquel. The cherry on top would be if word got out that the feds offered her a chance to snitch. I ain't say you did, Takara. I'm just fucking with you, bro. You the grown gangster. I don't want to fuck with you, bro. You fuck around, slap me. Party did get to do a whole album for the Rose King soundtrack. He never got that opportunity. That could be a possibility. What you think he got mad and just left the show because he couldn't make an album? Yeah, he found the support. He found it.
Trilogy, you say who? This my homie Buckets, man. And plus, I put the link on here for other niggas. You want to jump on? You can get up on here too.
Yeah,
open panel. Buckets been on here about. I didn't think Takari blocked nobody. I already knew he didn't do that shit.
That's why I said Takari the gangster. I don't
that nigga ain't got time for shit.
He gonna tell you like it is and keep it moving.
He just gonna tell your ass right there on the chain.
You know what I'm saying?
It could be CG too. That's the other moderator. CG, yeah.
Conspiracy theory. Hollywood tried to get famous actors to do something wild and he declined. Oh yeah. Oh man, did you see that interview with Terrence Howard, bro?
Yeah, nigga. I was looking at that shit earlier. That shit like that though. It's sad, but that shit like that, bro.
Man.
I ain't gonna talk too much. YouTube ain't finna shut me down. I ain't said nothing. I ain't said that, man.
Yeah, they definitely got the feds listening, bro. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, that's crazy though. But I kind of had a feeling it was like that because there's too many people like upping and trying to go to California to start this life of acting. It's like, bro, you ain't finna go out there and just become no actor, just like out the blue, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people like trying to skip the aspect of like doing the work. Once you put the work in, you're gonna be visible. You know what I'm saying? When you put that work in, can't nobody deny you, bro, because you already are at the point of where people know you, people recognize you. You know what I'm saying? I know Like before Omari Hardwick got the Ghost, before he got Ghost, bro, he already had a body of work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of people don't talk about his body of work because it's not. I mean, he was in Next Day Air. I know that was one of the movies he was in, and he played a good role in that. But shit, man, I mean, a lot of people don't talk about all this stuff before that.
A lot of this shit be who you know, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Like you be talented. You can be talented, but you just ain't met the right person and never get on. It's the same, but this is the thing. It's not just the acting industry, the music industry. Shit, even athletes. It's the same shit. You can be cold as hell, but you don't fit their image of what they want to push, the narrative they want to push, and shit like that. You'll never make it you'll never get discovered like that because it's all about the money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you can't be controlled, you know, they ain't gonna rock with you like that. That's why for me, I do projects and stuff like that. Like I'm getting ready to sign with a new agency and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I do other folks' projects, but I mainly focus on producing my own because that way you ain't gonna be able to control, nothing that's going on in my life. It's whenever I get ready to do the shit.
That's what I want to be a part of, bro. Like a production team, like a production team that ain't tied to a bigger corporation, a bigger entity. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had your own personal production team, cameraman, editors, all that shit, everything. People had equipment, all that shit, man. You can push out some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it could be quality, but maybe you could have some people that write some good shit, some dope shit that can, you know what I'm saying, get your name buzzing. Cause a motherfucker, motherfucker see you putting in that work, they'll pay. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay to, you know what I'm saying, for you to keep producing that work. So.
Yep. All right. So circling back. So I'm gonna double back to the ghost situation, right? Cause I know a lot of y'all in the comments said y'all don't think that young nigga ghost. This mine said Tyler Perry's booties. Anyway, I'm gonna circle back to the ghost, young nigga being ghost situation. I'm gonna say this. Around this time should be the time period that he should be meeting ghosts in time. Because the year is 93. And I know for sure Ghost had to have met Angela around 93-ish, 94, around that time period. And then during the time period when Angela and Ghost was only around each other for 2 years. So he ain't it, and we know for sure that Angela and them said that Ghost was playing lookout for the gangsters. So it's only a 2-year time period that's left for him to meet, Ghost and Johnny. It has to happen soon.
Yep.
So my prediction is a high possibility that young nigga is him, and then that's just the introduction that they gave us, and because like I said, we know for sure OC ain't gonna be around long. We know that. You can just tell by the moves that this nigga doing. He's not gonna be around long. He's the nigga that's smart, take care of the books, and obviously he's not gonna be part of them going to war or any kind of fighting or nothing like that because they'll just football kick his little ass out the way. That little nigga ain't gonna be a part of that. So he gonna be up out of here soon. He already lost Famous. D Wiz is already gone. He ain't got no crew. He has to get a crew eventually.
Yeah.
So I seriously doubt they just bring in some more niggas again, right before Ghost and Tommy show up. The next niggas that he meets, that's gonna be his second and third in command is gonna be Ghost and Tommy.
Yep.
So they coming soon, probably this season. I know a lot of people saying they probably ain't gonna happen until season 5, but don't be surprised if they show up this season.
A slight subtle introduction this season, and then let them be a little bit in the thick of it in season 5.
Uh-huh.
Then Origins, they just amp the fuck up. The car said, "OC gotta catch his body."
OC little ass ain't catching the shit.
Yeah, no.
Little ass nigga ain't catching nothing.
I don't understand, because a lot of people are in denial about it too, is because they like, man, that can't be Ghost. Like, why they gonna use a random and all of that stuff? I'm like, I don't think if they introduce him in Raising Kanan, they're gonna have a crazy introduction, bro. I don't think they're gonna have.
I was thinking too, like, what will be his introduction? Since y'all think it can't be a random, what would be the introduction?
Exactly.
The nigga gonna just show up to Kanan randomly, like, "Hey man, we want to be down with you." Yeah,
nah,
like that.
Nah, they want that nigga to show up with a suit, with that gray suit on, talking about some, "I own Truth Nightclub. What's up, Kanan?" That's the nigga they want to show up. They want the nigga to already be Ghost. I'm like, he's not gonna be Ghost when y'all first meet him. Like, what the fuck?
Think about this. Ghost got into the game because him and Tommy, because they was both broke and poor, and they wanted to find a way to to a better life or whatever. So that's how they end up, getting caught up in that shit anyway.
Yeah.
So the introduction is gonna be something in the nature of like, "Oh, y'all, you want to get out of your struggle, I can help you get there." I can see this nigga Kanan, talking to them, because he gonna see Ghost in them potential, and he's gonna. How I can see it is maybe Ghost is gonna do something that Kanan see, and he gonna see his potential and be like, "Nigga, I could use you. Like, you'll never go broke. You can do that." And he gonna put it together so good that he gonna be like, "Bet, I'm on it."
Yeah.
That's how I see it. But like I said, that young nigga, I believe Kanan probably gonna hunt him down and find out what he know. And maybe if that dude do turn out to be Ghost later on, he gonna show up with Tommy, and they both get on like that.
Yeah. All they got to do with that young kid is like another scene with him, and Kanan asks him a nigga name. Nigga can just say his name, James, and that shit can end like that, nigga. I'll be like, okay, there we go. That's all we need to know. You know what I'm saying? But how Kanan gonna teach a little nigga shit when he's still under?
Ghost was born April 5th, 1974. You know that's not his real age though, right? I mean, I hope you just saying according to OG Power, but you know that's definitely been recon. Like that's changed.
Yeah. We can't even say that because they ain't even put a born date or a death date on that nigga tombstone. So we don't know when that nigga was born.
He was born I've been telling folks, he was born between 1980 and 81. It's one of them 2 years. Possibly 79. I always give it a 3-year radius. 79, 80, 81. One of them 3 years. Breeze is adult Kanan from the future who went back in time to mentor his young self. Right. Unique rolled up on OC like Debo. Let me see them pants. Now, but this nigga, but he had a gun. Debo didn't never have a gun. You think Kanan will kill his grandma because Marvin couldn't? I don't think Kanan could do that. That's kind of crazy, but I don't know. I did see that video of getting how Leah was saying that he might.
I don't know, man. He put them
Grandma
pieces.
might tell him that you ain't a real killer until you kill somebody you love to try to manipulate him into doing it.
Hey, one thing that kind of made me believe that is how nice he was treating that old lady when he got Bree's apartment back. Nigga, I'm talking about he had the old lady grocery. I can see that, bro, because his grandmama ain't been doing nothing but being sweet to him. You know what I'm saying? His grandmama been treating him like he the greatest grandson ever. And it's like, we ain't even seen y'all on camera together that much until this season. you treat
that way. I don't think they ever been on camera until this season.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, it's like she buttering him up. She making him, it's almost like she being real sweet to him, and then like it'll just be something that he feel like if that's what she really wanted, he'll do it for, because she's been showing all this loving and nurturing shit to him. So I don't know. It's weird, but it's like, okay, I see what they doing.
He said OC will die on a trip to Candyland. What, nigga? If we see that little nigga kissing on a Spanish girl, that's definitely ghost. Right. How Kanan gonna teach some little niggas shit when he's still under everyone's thumb? Hey, he learning though, quick and fast. Still haven't seen Kanan chop bodies yet. That's because I think he gonna pick that up from he probably gonna pick that up from Breeze, and I think Unique probably learned that shit from early Tyler or some shit.
Shit, Ronnie, nigga.
Or Ronnie glad.
Yeah.
that nigga.
But I will say though that Kanan has already learned, bro. Like, bro, he's skimming money, bro. He's robbing his own self so he can. He robbing his mama and himself at the same time, so he don't gotta pay fucking snaps and pop. If y'all don't think this boy is already kind of there at this point, like he's already doing.
Yeah, the nigga
shit.
smart as hell. The nigga smart. That nigga about to bamboozle all them folks, bro. Like I'm telling you, he gonna set up Snap and Pop, get their ass up out of here. He might set up Marvin and get his ass up out of here. That might happen.
Yeah, exactly, yo.
And Rock, he gonna make Rock like, look, you either leave or you gonna be up out of here too.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know. Rock might end up dipping.
Yeah, cause she gonna be, bro. She finna have Quan, her son, and Unique all on her ass, bro.
Don't fall back to be on. I think, bro, she gonna be so devastated when she find out what's going on, bro. She's like, hold up, because think about it. Her greatest love, which is her son Kanan, is against her. Her latest love life, which was Unique, because she told Juke that she done it was in love with Unique, is also against her. And then she might later on figure out what Marvin did. She was like, damn, bro, everybody I love betrayed me, though.
That's kind of her fault, though, man. She been manipulating everybody.
It is. That's why I was saying when it referring to Rock, she gonna have that boy who cried wolf situation going on. Yeah. When she's trying to do right by folks, ain't nobody gonna believe her.
Nope. They ain't gonna believe it at all. Hell no. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. When Kanan went to Snaps and Pop, that was the last episode, right? When he talked to them, that was episode 4.
4, yeah.
So when he went and talked to them, bro, the way he went in there, it was something about it, because it was almost as if like we found out that he been scamming money, but it almost seemed like he didn't care. Like nigga, like your mama just told you, nigga, they don't get to where they are without having a bunch of bodies. And you walk in there like boldly and tell them I'm short again. Like it almost seemed like him and Unique are already working together. That's what it seemed like, bro. But maybe I'm stretching it. Because we still haven't gotten the understanding as to why Unique was coming out of his building that day when he bumped into Crystal. But I'm like, what you doing? Just standing in the hallway looking at what these niggas, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't make sense to me. Like, so I'm like, either he went up there to talk to that nigga and they had a brief conversation off camera, or I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe he was just setting them up for the downfall, but
yeah, he could have been scoping out the area, but you might be on to something. Cause I mean, they haven't explained what the fuck his lad was up there doing the first time.
yeah.
Let me see one more. Let's see. When not if when OC dies, he won't even be a pack. He'll be like a fourth of a blunt. It will never happen, but Stars needs to remake Kanan killing Sean in OG Power and show famous ghosts looking at Kanan in disappointment. Who is your favorite character of book 3 and this season overall? Okay, so damn. I'm gonna say the favorite character overall is between Marvin and Ronnie. And let's see, this season, definitely Marvin. Nigga strong number 2 right now, though. They mind nigga as hell. But Rock's story should end with it mirroring Diana in book 2 being all alone, but she ultimately gives up the game. We might just get that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we already see that's gonna happen. She's gonna get pushed out of the business anyway. We know she getting pushed out of the business. We just don't know if she getting pushed out of life. It's like, yeah, we don't know that yet, but they definitely finna take all her business from her, all her corners, all her blocks. They finna get all that.
Yeah, bro. It was some nigga that was in my last live Friday was trying to argue with me about a bunch of shit. I think that nigga just came in and want to argue. But anyway, he was trying to tell me that Rock ain't gonna lose. And Rock, I'm like, bro, Rock is cooked this season. I guarantee you. I'm not saying she gonna die, but she ain't gonna win that little war that's going on between her.
No.
Unique gonna come out on top. He gonna win because he first off he don't had to he way ahead of her because of that little time that he took putting everything in place. He ahead of her.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose because of that. And then on top of it, her greatest weakness, which is her son, is gonna be her downfall.
Yep.
It's gonna be on Unique's side.
I got a weird little theory about
Damn, you bad the nigga that was doing all that. Damn, nigga. Look, this is how I do it for the moderators. As long as the only way for me that I care about them folks being, what they doing, if they come on here on some fruity shit, cook their ass quick. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Get their ass up out of here. We ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
If they come, or honestly, or like if they come in here with a excessive cursing, like saying you a B or anything like that, get their ass up out of here because that's gonna flag the channel. But if they just basically just expressing themselves on what their opinion is, I don't care. Even if they don't agree, even if they can be dead wrong and we know they're dead wrong, let them be wrong. You said what? Mm-hmm. That's the last time I saw it. Rock need to go to prison to humble herself. Prison might be what happened to her, but remember she do got that get out of jail free card, so I think she might activate this shit. That's why I can see her just leaving instead of going to prison. Imagine if the final season of Raising Kanan season 5 is a post-credit scene of elderly woman at the police station looking into the death of her son and his remains revealed to be Rock. 30 years. Raquel, 30 years. So basically you're saying the ending of it could be Rock looking into the depth of Kanan. In the future, looking for Tariq and information on Kanan's death. Yeah, okay, that is what you're saying.
I remember, bro. I don't know if y'all remember, bro. They did have her name listed in book 2.
Yeah, I did a video on it.
Yeah, Patina Miller. They had her name listed.
Definitely had it on that. So I think that that's why I said in the video. I think initially they probably did have something like what you're saying right now, Kalinga, that supposed to happen, but once the the executive of Stars canceled the show, they had to rewrite some shit. That's what I believe happened. So maybe on down the line, the next spinoff, they probably start this shit.
She gonna be like Pop and shit, man. She ain't gonna be doing nothing, just sitting in the damn bar calling shots.
That's gonna be crazy though.
It would be cool though to see.
Yeah, it'll be it'll be great if they do it right. It'll be great writing, and it'll be a nice little villain, next villain for her, for Tariq.
Yeah. I don't know though, gang. I don't know how to hold up if she loses war this season though, which we know she's finna lose.
They probably ended up scrapping Rock in book 2 because of the cancellation.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah. Mine Famous was snitching at 201 Papa. Mine was at 201. Y'all don't know what 201 Papa is, but
that's some Memphis shit, man.
Yeah, it's the Memphis shit. That's the jailhouse in Memphis. A place I ain't never tried to be at, nigga.
Yeah,
but
who said Rock was in book 2? She wasn't in book 2. Her name was just listed as one of the characters on book 2.
Yeah. So basically what happened was it was some kind of, what was they at? It was some event. And this guy, he was in, I can actually, if I can go back and find and show you the video I'm talking about. But basically the guy was introducing the cast of Power Book 2 Ghost season 4. And he introduced everybody that was in it, Tariq, Braden, all of them. And then he said Patina Miller. I was like, the hell, she part of book 3. Why the hell she, so that automatically made me think, oh, she about to be in this new season. That's about to be crazy. And then we never saw her. So we just figured that more than likely the reason why we never saw her is because the show got canceled. So they had to give us a different storyline.
Yeah.
Would be poetic if Rock is still alive in OG Power timeline and she meet Diana, who trying to start her own empire. Yep, she could basically coach her on what to do and stuff like that. Cause I made another nice video that because this is obviously before Monet was killed, but I was saying what if Monet ends up going to jail at the end of the season? Because that's what I originally predicted for her character, that she would go to jail. And what if she go to jail and she ends up meeting Rock up in there, and Rock, and her so happens to know each other? Because it's kind of crazy with their connections, because they both was in Queens, and then they both got connections to North Carolina. Because keep in mind, Monet, she got family that's in North Carolina. We know this because Zeke was in North Carolina. And keep in mind for Rock, Symphony went to North Carolina. So
did.
She could have, they could easily write it up in there that, Rock went to North Carolina with Symphony, and that's how they met.
Yeah.
Game in hell, yeah, she could be a Diana, and Diana what Kanan was to Tariq. Yep. I forgot who said it, but they had a theory that and elderly Raquel would be paid by the feds to kill Tommy. That would be crazy.
Man, I'm not trying to see that shit.
That would be crazy, though.
It would, but man,
I ain't gonna say I would want to see it, but the ratings would be off the chain if that happened.
man, I'd be like, bro.
I wouldn't like it personally, but it would be good writing if depending on how it is done.
She gonna be like, you was the little bastard that spray painted my shop 30 years ago. Like what? What is it?
Tommy gonna be like, no offense, but that's what you get for being a snitch. She just popped his ass right after that.
This shit'll be funny, man.
Where do you think Kanan ends up at the end of the season? So, in my opinion, bro, at the end of this season, it's gonna end with Kanan working with Unique, and that's gonna be the introduction of Kanan and Breeze. That's what I see. I honestly, because like I said, my thing with the Breeze situation is it just can't be a coincidence that we have still yet 4 seasons and 5 episodes in. You know what I'm saying? Basically 3.5 seasons in. And we haven't seen a scene between Kanan and Unique yet. You can't tell me that wasn't purposely done. Every other character that's still alive, that's been alive since season 1, they've all had scenes with each other. Every last one of them. They've had at least one scene with everybody else that's still alive. Those 2 are the only ones that never had any. Well, Juke either. Juke never had a scene with Unique either. To my knowledge. Yeah, she never had one either.
Yeah, nah, hell no.
And I just think that's kind of crazy that, they've been keeping him away from him. I mean, it could be just a coincidence, though, because now that I think about it, none of the younger cast members had a scene with Unique because Famous never met him either.
No one who did was like Buck 20, bro. They were like the only one. But that was because Buck 20 was
part of his crew.
Part of his crew,
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, maybe we reaching on that, but it just kind of seemed like, they doing that for a reason. Like they don't cross paths, like been in the same area a lot, but it just never seen each other and spoke. Let's see. Monet had to die so that contract died with her. I agree. That's the reason why they had to get Monet up out here. They were like, that girl, like, we love you, Mary, but you cost too much. We gotta get you up out of here.
And them outfits, man. Them outfits was nice, but god damn, I know that was fucking expensive as hell, bro.
Exactly. Like them people wearing all kinds of crazy Louis Vuitton outfits, and they had expensive cars and shit too. It wasn't just that. Them niggas had Range Rovers, they had Porsche. Them niggas had, what else was up in that show? Like the budget for book 2 was super high.
Yeah. They spent it on the flashy shit, man. They should have spent some money on Tariq to get some hands. They should have did.
Right.
They should have had one whole season in book 2 where he was just fighting. He'd fight his way out of everything.
Right. Could have had him go to some kind of boxing ring or something like that, and they just train the nigga on how
that's where Zion comes in, because it's like why bring Zion?
You can use Zion for that for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like you introduce him and then Tariq still don't get no hands. I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
Diana don't need Rock when she learned from Monet and Lorenzo. I mean, that's partially true to Leah, but at the same time, let's be real. Rock or Monet?
Like I'd rather have Rock. I'd rather have Rock, bro.
Monet is cool, but let's be Rock is that girl.
Yeah. Monet was still fighting her way to get from up under men while still using Tariq at the same time. It's like, my girl.
Exactly. Rock didn't need nobody. Obviously she needed men to be her muscle, but she was the brains of the operation.
Mm-hmm.
Monet wasn't the brains of her operation, really. So yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Man, Tommy would smoke rock. He is plot armor and protected. Hey, that would be crazy, but you know, we all know Tommy don't give a fuck. She would have to really catch that nigga slipping. But Raquel Thomas equals Thomas Patrick Egan. I really hope the writers do something with that. I hope they share screen time and a lot of funny interactions with each other. Maybe Rock could be Tommy Black Mama.
Oh my gosh. That's what support was saying what to. Because I see support say what like
what will have scenes together soon? You said they will have scenes together soon. Okay. I believe so too, because they're gonna start working together.
Yeah.
I believe in episode 9 when they talk about, you know, him getting his last piece. Well, was it 9? Maybe 8. Where they say he getting his last piece.
Yeah.
Last piece is gonna be Kanan. Because we just seen him recruit Quan at the end of this last episode. So he gonna have Quan. He already got that little ass nigga in his pocket, literally. And let's see who else. Who else are we going? We know he got. Even though Phil is not on his side yet, we know for sure eventually he's gonna be with him.
Yeah, I think in 6-2 he goes and meets with Stefano. I think that's Stefano's bar that he's at.
I can't. You know, it's crazy. That'd be really, really crazy.
Yeah.
If Unique had the balls enough to approach Stefano and get him on his side, because that would monopolize. Rock would be cooked then. That had to be done.
Yeah. But you see that it seems like that's the way they framing it, because her going to this new plug, I forgot what the new plug name is, but it seemed like that's like her last lifeline. That's like her last resort is this new plug that she got. So,
but I'm gonna say this: I don't think Unique is gonna be able to flip Stefano. I'm gonna say this. This is the reason why, because Phil Russo, you know, don't get along with Stefano, so he ain't gonna want to be on the same side as him. They ain't gonna both work with each other.
But this is the way that you play dirty in the streets, though. You want to try to let niggas know that you an ally before you do some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even let's just say that is Stefano he talking to, he gonna pose as an ally.
Which scene are you speaking of when you say he was talking to somebody?
When he walked in with the regular clothes on, he had on like a vest and a.
You're saying I want to be like I never left.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I never left. Shit, I don't know. I kind of feel like he was talking to Phil. That's my opinion. He had to be talking to Phil or Early Tyler.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Yeah. So who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, either way, it's still like gonna be crazy. They played it like that for a reason, because when we do find out who you're talking to, we're gonna be like, oh shit. But if it's Phil, then we already know what he's doing. He's just going back to him a little bit different this time. We let him know, like, yeah, I got my crew. So
to Leah, the reason why I said they ain't never had no scene together, because I just think it's odd that them people that they've been on the show together for 4 seasons and just never had a scene. It's just not, especially if they're all in the same area. They all in the gang now, and they just never had an encounter. I mean, it could be just because they're kids, though. Because I had to think about it. You know, Kanan's other people that he hang around never met Unique either. So,
yeah. Funny enough, I think support just said something about how they never called him by his name. Like they never mentioned. Bro, ain't nobody called that nigga Unique this whole season. I think the only person that probably would call him Unique is Pernessa. For real. She probably the only one that call him that. But everybody else.
Pernessa. Speaking of Pernessa, you think Neek gonna go to see her next episode since he wanna look like he never left?
I don't know, man.
I could see him possibly going back to see her, and she might crash out on him a little bit because she's like, "So you left me for what 3-4 months now, and I'm worried about you and all that, and now you just pop up." Like I could see, because especially if he turned out to be Breeze or something, I could see that nigga killing Pernessa. I don't know why, but I can see that shit.
Yeah. I could. Yeah, he finding out Pernessa moved on. She giving that sweet monkey to somebody else. That nigga gonna snap.
That's the case. He definitely had. Yeah, he gonna go. Yeah. Tariq is a lover, not a fighter. The nigga ain't good at loving either. Look how he be treating these hoes out here.
You're right, Chris Parlow. Early Tyler did call him Neek. I'm just meaning like his street associates, because of course Early Tyler gonna call him Neek. Early Tyler, the one who did nursed him back to 100% pretty much. So he gonna still use his name, but I think that like the street associates having to, even when he went and talked to what was her name, Teresa Baselli, she was like, you take this number, he'll know what to do with you. Like, damn, bitch, you ain't gonna call him his name? What the fuck? Right. Like, what's his name, Teresa? Just say his name for us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you gonna get her pregnant again.
Mr. or Ms. 23. When I say they haven't had a scene together, I'm speaking of them having an actual conversation. Like it could have been something as simple as him saying, "What's up, Kanan?" He didn't speak to the nigga. They just walked past each other and the credits was rolled. That's it. They didn't have a scene. That's like, according to that scene, how that looked, that's like you doing BG. Like for the people that's not familiar with the acting world, BG is background.
Yeah.
It's a background actor. So if I'm a background actor and I'm in Raising Kanan, let's say I'm in Raising Kanan, I'm a background actor in that same scene, and I walk past Unique, and then I start claiming, watch me, I had a scene with Unique right here. Niggas gonna be looking at me crazy, like, nigga, you had no scene, nigga. That's not a scene.
Yeah, no. You see me back here, nigga? I was back here walking my goldfish in the back, nigga. You didn't see me? Right. Like, what? Hell no.
Yeah, I gave it to you. You didn't want to open the door.
Lifestyle said, crack faces, not breeze.
That nigga back. That's the nigga I was talking about. He back.
Let me go
back that. That's the nigga I was talking about. That was talking about this shit last line. That nigga that came back in here. Let me read the rest of these chats though. Let me get to you, bro. Cause I see you in here talking shit again. Support. I agree with you. The Mahoney nigga absolutely ruined Book 2. They need to get a new showrunner. I agree with that. When Rock got shot in Kanan and Howard, okay, that's the one I just addressed. I doubt Diana would want to learn from Rock anyway. She's still in her feelings about losing her mom. She's not gonna just slide to Raquel and start teaching her. Yeah, I think Diana about to be a real menace now. Like the same wave that we see Jukebox on now, that's what Diana's next move gonna be.
Yeah.
Juke will have scenes with Unique too. I believe they will, because Juke gonna be around Kanan. Funny how Unique revealed himself as being alive to Quan and ironically killed Quan's cousins. Right. He don't know that shit though. Raquel catching comics spray painting her businesses. Hey little boy, have you ever had the shit slapped out of you by an angry black woman on a Sunday morning? Hey, that'll be funny. I can't believe I'm saying this, but peep how when Neek met Phil and Quan, they never called him by name. Yeah, yeah, I remember that
Yeah,
the last time. Whatever Unique is saying, I'm back to Panessa. Could be.
could be. Yeah.
Man, Neek should have been told Panessa he was back with her dumb ass name. Hey, I think the reason why he didn't tell her that he was back is because he wanted to get his shit together first. Because keep in mind, she living with her mama again. And last time he got out of jail and didn't have nothing, his mama was talking the hell of shit. If he show up again, ain't got nothing, and now his face all scarred up, it's gonna look bad on him. He like, let me get my shit straightened together, then I come back and let him know I'm good. Anyways, man, you need early Tyler called him neat. Quan was hella happy to see Unique. Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa's dead ass the dumbest name I've ever heard. I fucking hate it. I'm gonna drop the link one more time too for anybody else want to join the panel. You can join on. This
Yeah.
this free spirited for everybody right now. Let's see where we at. All right, so now I made it to your. You said crack face, not breeze. You said that last time. Get get who pregnant again, Vanessa. You think Vanessa pregnant again? Possibly. I ain't never think about that.
He's saying. I think Takar said Unique gonna get her pregnant again, and I think that's what they was answering.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that comment. Got it.
Yeah.
He gonna get her pregnant again. What Quan going to do when he find out it's Crackface who killed the Asian couple?
Not a fucking thing. Quan respect Unique.
Yeah, but I don't know. He might honor family. He might not like it that he killed family. Well, but technically though, she not. He might not give a fuck because that's
He
not
didn't like
his
them.
family.
Yeah.
Like
Isn't
his family, that's his wife's cousin, not his.
yeah. And like, isn't Quan like Vietnamese or something? He not.
Quan is I think he's no, it's not Korean. What the fuck is he?
I thought he was like Vietnamese, and he was saying how they didn't like Chinese, and that woman that his cousin married was Chinese, and he
Yeah,
don't.
Korean. I think he might be Korean.
Yeah,
All right, y'all. Welcome to the panel.
Yo, Wagwan.
it's good.
Yeah, man, Jamaica, Southside Jamaica, Queens, man.
I can hear it.
Yeah, man. Real talk, man. We're big fans of Power outside here in Queens, so you know what I mean? Been watching your channel for a while now, man. No?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you don't know. So I'm gonna say still, me and I believe say crack face is breeze, you know what I mean? I think this storyline goes a little further, you know what I mean? We're too anticipated and known who is breeze, but I think the story go a long way of head, cause Kwan Kwan was like angry about the Asian couple getting murdered. That's why him and Rock falling out because of the hits, right? Because of the ice, the people that are dying in the warehouse. So is he gonna give Unique a pass for doing all of that? What do you think?
Okay, so for me, like I said, I, d- I honestly don't think he gonna ever find out it was Nick who did this
Exactly.
shit. but
He not gonna know.
but even if he did, like I said, that's not his direct family. That's his wife's cousin, his wife cousin. So he might let that pass. Like maybe if there was his blood, like blood of his blood, he probably been more angry about it. But it's not. Because keep in mind, he said it himself. He don't like Chinese. He don't like Chinese.
Yeah,
But he was only helping him out because his wife kept on pushing him, saying, "Can you help my cousin?"
Yeah, so the other night I was saying to you, like, the way the mafia, the mob is organized, we like Stefano, Sal, they all work for one commission. Cause we see where Salah went to Stefano for approval to go to war with Rock. and then Stefano had to wait for approval, and he told him to keep it clean, and then he got it messy, right?
Right?
So we know that the mob don't like Ward. That's why he told him to go put an organization, and then he might think about it. So don't you think that Stefano will know that he's alive now when he approached the mob? Because we saw the reaction when he went in the car. He wasn't too happy, right? He was beating the steering. He was like a man with no options, and then he went to show his face to Kwan and be like, well, he's using even the kid that he robbed. Like I think Kanan, they're gonna put two and two together. We see where Kanan put a bullet in Ronnie head. So I don't see him teaming up with Unique against Rock, you know.
Hmm. Well, I think at this point, Kanan is pretty much desperate to get away from under his mom, and he wants to he wants to control the game the way he wants to do it, and after Unique makes so many moves to put himself in the position to be the top dog, Kanan is not going to have a choice but to just work with Unique because he's going to see it's going to be profitable and beneficial for both of them because they both is going to be getting what they want. I think it's going to be something similar to like at the end of season 6 of the original Power when Tariq didn't exactly like his father, but he didn't necessarily want him dead yet. So when Tommy and Ghost was beefing, he gave Tommy the drop on Ghost, but he was like, "Look, if you're gonna take shots at my father, you gotta let me know first." So I could see Kanan putting something in place with Unique, but like, "Look, I understand you and my mama beefing, but they're still my mama." So like, Ronnie tried to go behind my back and kill my mama without telling me. That's why he got put down. As long as you can be honest with me and keep it real with me, like if you have something with my mama, let me know first, and then you end up, something going on like that. I think they can have some kind of, you know, I think they can have some kind of unionship with that. I think he gonna be like, all right, because Unique ain't is not really a liar. If you pay attention, Unique, his word is his bond. So if he give him his word that he ain't gonna touch Rock without telling them, I can see him, keeping his word, and they could work. And then as far as Stefano, I can actually I was sitting there thinking while you was talking, Stefano could end up being siding with Unique once he see that Rock is losing. Like Rock is her whole ship is sinking. He might decide, you know what? Rock is costing me money. Unique is winning this shit.
But stick all that theory for a moment because we looking at the promo, right?
Uh,
Right? Um what Rock said in season one, she always find a way to stay ahead of these niggers, right? And she's one step of ahead right now because she's going to the head of the food chain right now. She's going to go be the supplier. That's her next move, right? In the
uh,
promo, we see she and Stefano sitting down because the guy told her he want to meet her business partners, right? Before he makes a decision. So what I could know by the map, they like good businesses, and Rock is bringing good business to the table. So I don't see Stefano turning away and turning against Rock for Uni being a corner boy supplier when Rock is going ahead of the food chain now. She's going to be the supplier. She's going to be bigger than Quan and all these niggers right now. How do you say about that?
yeah, but have you seen the episode descriptions yet? Have you seen all 10 episode descriptions?
Yeah, but the description sometimes in the series the writers use spin-offs. Like the description, the synopsis will say one thing, but in the series there's a different spin-off. Like they keep the audience guessing. Like there's always a different surprise.
Now typically the synopsis be pretty much on point.
Spot on. It should be spot
Exactly,
on.
it be on
Yeah.
point, and then it basically tells us that Unique is going to end up, you know, turning turning the tables around on Rock, and she's gonna be down bad, basically. So one thing I do know is that a lot of people are opportunists, and I think Stefano might potentially be an opportunist. After he see that Rock's ship is sinking, he might move on to the next big thing. Because keep in mind, he never had anything against Unique either. Him and Unique got along. So why wouldn't he go ahead and go with the person who managed to get Quan on his side? He got Phil on his side, and then they think about
But, but
my
Rock
only
got.
thing is I just don't know about how the situation would go
Yeah,
between.
but it could be Rock losing a smaller piece to gain a bigger piece because you're saying that Unique got Quan, but I'm saying Rock got a bigger connect. Rock got a bigger thing to bring to the table to make more money than what they're making right now. So I don't see Stefano turning away from that. And plus, it's more smoother under the radar because these people that she's dealing with, did you see how they pick her up? She was scared, wetting her panties, pissing herself all over. She was afraid to get in the car. These people are high profile. These people, they told her. So you want to meet with her as partners, you know what I mean? These people are bigger people than Quan, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I agree. He is bigger. The Afghan dude is bigger than
But
Quan.
then she pull up on him like like without him hitting her back though.
because Quan had turned her down, right? That's why she had stepped to the bigger chain. She needs to get this thing done because Quan had turned the pipeline off. He said, "We're done," right? And then that guy, Marvin, had to took out the guy, right? Because the guy said, "Well, I'm going to the cops. You could show my wife the videos. I don't care. I've done with your blackmailing." He's off the table right now, right? So he left the only brother, and that brother can be by. That brother can swing both ways. You know what I mean? Or he gets to work, you give him the money, that brother is all like, yeah, 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 let's do this. So I'm saying I see Unique, yeah, building an organization, but getting Quad on his side, open by the Asian restaurants. But that's the farthest it can go because Rock got Queens. No matter how hard we look at it, Rock got the streets. She got the most corners.
But
She
look,
got the blocks.
this is the thing. If Rock does, let's say she does get the supply, right? Which I think she will. She's gonna get a supply, but the problem is that Unique is gonna take all the corners. If he take all the people and stuff like that, and she ain't got no people, nobody to move her shit, she's still fucked.
But now, as it seems, Rock got the distribution, but she needs the supply. So your whole guess is now, oh, he's gonna take Queens, you know what I mean? And
Right.
plus, we haven't seen what that guy and his wife have to say about these things already. These OG.
I also think Snap and Pop is gonna be on Unique side. That's
Well,
what,
I think they go anywhere the money is coming, Because
right.
guess
I
what?
know they're gonna go.
They took a loan from Ronnie, and Ronnie I didn't pay back that loan because Kanan put a bullet in his head, so that loan became Kanan loan, right?
Right. But Kanan paid off that loan.
No, he was short. Cause remember, Kanan Unique crack face it is spot up, right?
No, he paid off the entire loan. Rock paid it off. He was short on the business because keep in mind, shortly
Okay.
after that, he told them that they own part of the business. So his cut that he's supposed to gave him out of the business that they in, he was short on that. But the loan part was already paid out. Anyways, I pulled up the description for episode 7 here because it tells you it said Unique and his soldiers assume control of the corner in Queen, leaving Rock and Marvin in desperate need of more answers and more product. So this here is telling you in episode 7, he's gonna take over the corner stuff. He's gonna be in control of all of that. It don't matter what she got going on with the dude.
Yeah. And I think this might be the episode where he actually, because one of these episodes they showed in the trailer, he burns down. I don't was that wasn't a
Yeah,
Golden Pavilion.
yeah.
It was something
They
that he
set the
burns
golden
down.
villain on fire. Exactly. He did.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
think
this
I
might be
think
that
I think he's
episode.
gonna die in episode 10. for the new season, to
Who, Unique?
speculations. I think,
Nick is gonna die.
I think he's gonna, I think he's gonna get a bullet from Rock Gun. You know what I mean? And it's gonna end in a real mafia style where she walk him through like Juliana, like she talk to him and tell him why she keeps winning, why she keeps dominating, and then she's gonna put a bullet in his head. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Ooh, there is an
I
audio.
okay,
Audio
so I
issue.
don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna get a bullet in his head.
Because guess what? We all thought Randy was Breeze, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, he gotta be Breeze. He gotta be Breeze. He gotta be. Look at that. He was this. He was that." And what happened, right? It looked like Kanan was going against his mom, and Kanan showed her loyalty. Like, I'm ready to step up. I want to be in this game. I will never turn against you, no matter what. We don't got a good relationship, but guess what? This nigga gotta go.
But you gotta think about what's already in play here. Like Famous is dead, Crystal's gonna come up missing, and OC's gonna end up missing. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Kanan just doesn't assume that his mama got something to do with all of this shit.
But what did the detective say? They found a wallet and famous body, right? That identify him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know if Famous is actually dead yet. You know what I mean? Because
Famous
we
dead.
don't.
I can guarantee. I'll put up any wager right now. That nigga dead as hell. I guarantee you. I called that shit before the season started. He dead.
I don't know.
That nigga out of here. I guarantee that.
Yeah. I don't know. In my opinion, is that I don't think they're gonna
Hey,
do
if he do though, I
too.
ain't gonna lie, that would be a crazy twist if that nigga they end up not being him.
Yeah, because they
That
could
would
have
be
faked him
crazy.
dead. Because remember in OG Power, we saw 50 Cent with in jail playing chess with a guy that resembled
That's
Famous.
not
So,
him. I keep telling niggas that shit. That's a random ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's a random ass nigga, man. I'm telling you. But as far as the as Neek being killed and stuff at the end, I'm gonna say this because I believe he has a very strong possibility of being Breeze, but second place for me and a very very strong second. Like if I had to do it 100% on it, I would say I give Neek like 55% and D Wiz brother 45. Like that's what
I think Breeze is gonna be introduced after in the new season because as I said, we all thought Ronnie was gonna be Breeze, No, they're doing a new spin-off trying to make it look like Unique. I know what the writers are doing here, but it just make for debate and speculations because there's no way what we heard about OG in Breeze. Because Rock got allies, I don't think the Colombians would take side with Unique. You know what I mean? Rock got allies, so he can
yeah,
move
but
for the.
Colombia's not involved with that at all though.
Yeah.
They cool with Rock, but I'm pretty sure if Rock go to war, they ain't gonna come to her aid. They be like, hey, that's your business. Handle
But
this.
she will be their supplier now. She will be supplying them. They will be buying from her. She will be the connect. She will be the Lobos. That's what she's trying to do in Queens right now. She's trying to move off the corner and be where they all come. Remember when she went to meet him? She said she's not trying to be the distributor. She's trying to be the supplier. She needs that guy. She needs to find that connect.
Yeah, but she ain't.
That shit drying
She's
up
not
though,
making a
bro.
move. Nah, she's
Yeah.
not making a move that's big enough to take over the whole thing. She just trying to make a move to be the internet, the supplier of Queens. Like she's the one
Yeah.
who controls that whole. See, Lobos was controlling the whole fucking.
United
Boy,
States, nigga.
yeah, that nigga had shit everywhere. He
Yeah.
ain't that big. Like
Yeah.
Lobos was on a whole nother stratosphere from Rock.
Shit, Noma was too. Shit,
Yeah,
Noma was a bigger gangster than
Lobo was on a
Rock.
whole nother
But
level.
that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to be the supplier for Queens, Baltimore. That's why she was beating up that nigga. Remember, she took over the connect right now. He gave up his connect to Rock, right? That Middle East dude, right? She's trying to be the supplier from New York to Baltimore, these places.
I ultimately do think Trayvon is gonna be her downfall though. Because if Trayvon know that he gave her the horse connect, then
Yeah, I don't know why she didn't kill that nigga.
yeah, I think that's gonna come back and bite her in the
She
ass.
may have did. They just didn't show it to us. I don't know, but that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like her, like even with the descriptions, they saying she, in desperate need for more product, answers and more product shit. That sound like her shit gonna be drying the fuck up, bro. Like,
Yeah, Unique gonna do something that he gonna take all that shit from her.
yeah, gonna make a lot of her, the way her business is running, it's gonna be alternated
The
like a
only
big,
thing he
big
took was
time.
Quan, because from the promo video we saw the Middle East dude, Stefano and Rock sitting down doing saloon, like toasting to new
That you
business
right.
ventures, right?
Yeah, you right. You right.
So he took away Quan, but now she's going bigger than Quan. This deal seems like it's set now because the guy said, "I want to meet your partners." She took him to meet
Oh,
the mob and all of that. So
I
leaving
don't
that
know.
table, I'm suggesting that our pipeline is going to be turned on. She's going to have product. She's going to be the supplier now. So it's very interesting, but I said, I
But
think
think about
Unique.
this. Think about this. So Quan was the one bringing in the product for her and the Italians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. Stefano still was more powerful than Quan, even though he's the one bringing in. That's because he controls the whole New York. He controls that shit. Even if you look, you can have all the money in the world, but if the people don't side with you, you still cooked.
Yeah.
Like you can have $100 billion and talking all your shit. But if the whole nation like, bro, I don't give a fuck how much money you got, I don't fuck with you, fuck you, you can't do shit. And that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically
but look at it like this.
that's
It's
what
Look at
you
it
it's
like this.
it's
The
it's
whole
it's essentially a transference of power. See, we seen Rock be in power for so long that when we see her start to lose her power, we not coming to grips that she's losing her power before our eyes, bro.
he
You
said he
know what I'm
said it's a belly, that's it.
look at it this way. You said the streets won't fuck with you if how much money you have, but Rock is gonna be the face, and she's gonna be supplying a better product, better quality, at better prices, right? So I bet Stefano will want to be fucking with that because he'll be taking in more quantity at a better price and at a better quality, right? More pure quality because this shit we coming no through no barter or anything. It's coming straight off the container. You know what I mean? These guys be controlling logistics, everything. You know what I mean? So they're gonna get some. If Quan got 70% pure, these people is gonna have 80% pure, and the streets always go for better prices and better quality, right?
My bad. I missed that. Say that again.
I'm saying, does the street always go for better price and better quality? That's why I think Stefano will fuck with that because he's gonna get a better price than what Quan was giving him and a better quality because he's gonna get it in quantity now and he's gonna get better quality because these niggers things they have their own logistics. Everything is they don't have, it's not going through no sniffer dog, no border patrol. It's be coming off straight off the ships, right? So it's going to be a better quality on the streets in quantity at better prices. Better prices than Quan, because if Quan was 70% pure, these people think it's going to be 85% pure at a better price. And that's what the game fuck with demand and supply, right? At a better price and a better quality. If Quan was dropping 15 a brick, they can go 10 a brick at a better quality too.
Yeah. I agree with all that you're saying. But all I'm saying is if he got the soldiers and all you got is the product, the soldiers can take the product from you. You got to have both.
mind you, Kanan's couriers is out working right now as we speak, nigga.
That's why I made the reference to say, if you got all them, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the people to back you, you're
Yeah,
you're useless. You're
yeah.
still vulnerable.
So you think after what Rock did in Baisley that she gonna go back to just putting niggas back on the corners again, bro?
If Unique at the streets, he wouldn't have to go for Quan. He's going for Quan because after the mob turned him down, he was pissed off. You see, he's in the car, slapping, losing it, frustration. He don't know what to do next. You know what I mean? So
But he didn't turn them down, really though. He just told them you need to have somebody else to back you.
he's
Yeah,
telling him, yo, you don't gotta, like, you're weak, bro. He's telling him, I know what's going on in Queens. He told him, like, don't talk to me that way because I'm telling you, you play the game, you lost. You could say you're an MVP, but someone else is the reigning champion right now, and they got their ducks in a row. No matter what you want to say right now, you're dead, and he's like, you're still dead. You know what I mean? His reaction showed you when he left there in the car, or he started to react. You know what I mean? He was thinking they were going to be his muscle. Then he turned to Quan, these Asian fools, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they're weak themselves, you know what I mean? Because they're just like logistics people. These people, Rock, know they're inside out. So how they going to go to war when Marvin already hit them where it hurts already by taking out one of their main distributor?
yeah. I don't know how many soldiers she gonna have on deck ready for a war though. That's usually what that leads to, man. Like
Yeah,
most people,
because look, she's like her operation is low key like Ghost operation. She has the
yeah,
best operation.
it wasn't built for war. It was built to
She don't
just
have
make
soldiers.
money.
That's what I'm telling them.
Yeah,
She don't have soldiers. Unique has soldiers. They can take her product.
What you just said, our operation is like ghost operation. So I'm saying, how do we know that Rock is Breeze?
What?
this man said, "How do we not know that Rockets breeze? That's crazy."
Well, we know that Rock's not Breeze because Kanan, Ghost, and Tommy all refer to Breeze as a male figure.
That man,
Well, good point. Good
that
point.
man sound like he trolling, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He do. He sound like he trolling, bro.
It might be because that's crazy.
I just don't see Crackface being Breeze, buddy.
I mean, that's fine. You ain't gotta believe Crackface Breeze, but
Yeah, you ain't gotta believe it. Shit. It's the whole point of theories, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a theory.
yeah, all I'm saying is I think Rock is gonna set everything. She gonna do what Unique is gonna do to Rock what he think she did to him. He gonna let her set up everything, and then he gonna come with all his ghosts and take this shit. That's what he gonna do.
But and this my thing too about the Unique not being Breeze thing. We already know what fucking happened to Breeze. He dies. We know he fucking dies already.
True.
So like even still like if this is his story and this is what the way they want to tell his story, then just let the shit play out. You know what I'm saying? Like just let it play out. Let it play out because we already know what happens in the end of his story. It's like if we was to watch Raising Kanan first and then go watch OG Power, we'd be like, oh, okay, that's pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I like that way better, like watching it like that instead of watching it like this. You know what I'm saying? But we watched OG Power first, so we seen what happened to this nigga already. And now we're watching how he came up in the game and all these people raising him and shit. So I don't necessarily have no issue with if they just decided like, oh, we're gonna give y'all Breeze like this, and y'all just ain't, we ain't gonna tell y'all he's him, but y'all just can read the context clues. Context clues are a big part of like, just watching the story and understanding some shit. So no, I think bro was just trying to troll though. That shit was funny.
he man did was just trolling.
Yeah.
He was tweaking what he said. How we know Rocket. That nigga Jimmy.
Yeah. He'd be all right though, man. That man funny though. Shit, boy.
All right, see what in the comments that I ain't seen yet. Nah, I seen all these.
Support said Rock become trans apparently.
So Snap back to I'm gonna transition over to Snap and Pop real quick.
Bet.
So as far as them, they gotta have some part to play up into this, I believe. Obviously, they've been doing some little mentoring to Kanan, so I can see them kind of redirecting um, some of his moves, kind of guiding him on what to do with some of these issues. And I'm still waiting on this line that Snap said in the trailer. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm about certain he hasn't said this yet. But it was a part in the trailer where he said could be trouble, could be an opportunity. And I was just curious when I first heard that. Could he possibly be speaking of when Unique returns? You know,
because it's really
talking to him about him. Like, look, this nigga Neek approached me,
and
he's still alive, and he wants me to, work under him. What y'all think? And then he tells him, no, could be trouble, could be an opportunity.
Yeah, because I think Quan is gonna set up another meeting with Kanan, just like how Kanan told him. Like,
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how we know that they probably getting close to, about to go ahead to meet because Quan now knows that Unique is alive, and he told him at the end that he met with Rock's son. So I think he's gonna feel Unique in and let him know, look, the kid don't like her ass either. So we can put him on our side. And then that's what we're gonna go ahead and have a set up a meet.
And Unique gonna be there when he show up.
Yeah. And he gonna flip.
He gonna flip.
He gonna say, I got somebody I want you to meet, and boom, then it's gonna pop up. And like I've been telling folks, that image of Kanan looking surprised wearing that. Matter of fact, I want to say he might be wearing the same shit we seen him in this next episode. So it might have a next episode. Anyways, he's gonna be shocked at who he sees because it's gonna be Unique. He thought the nigga was dead, and like I've been saying, he looked up to the Unique. He said season 1, so it would make sense for them to work together. Because he don't like his mama at the moment. Obviously, he ain't went so far that he want her, he want her dead, but he still don't fuck with her like that. So he want to get, go his own path. So if he was able to get his own connect without being under her, she having no access or say so to nothing that he's doing with his life, that nigga gonna take that shit.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder how they gonna play with this money though, man. What he gonna end up doing with it? Because I feel like this money is gonna play a major role in some shit happening.
I think it's possible. All that money that Kanan got that he been saving up, he might use that shit to buy. Maybe that could be like almost like his deposit up front. For somebody. Like he was planning to pitch that shit to maybe for Quan, maybe.
Yeah.
Shit, because we seen that they met up and all that. So he's looking like, look, I'm gonna use this to buy my freedom so I can get away from my damn mama. She can do her thing, I'm gonna do mine.
Yup. Transactional buy-in. Any employee at the storage room is gonna steal.
OKC in the house. You an Oklahoma City Thunder fan? Any employee at the storage unit is gonna steal Kanan's money. You think they know what's in there? Because if they do, hell yeah, they gonna steal that shit.
Yeah.
Prediction: in the final episode of season 5, we'll get a time skip to 97 with Breeze. If it's neat, watching TV, we see 2 little niggas dressed black in neat reflection, blurred out, appear and popping. I mean, I don't think that's how they'll do that, and I hope that's not how they'll do that. But I'm pretty sure they probably they're gonna definitely show the face. And in my opinion, I said this from the beginning. I'm gonna stick with it. I think Breeze will die in Origins. I don't think he'll die in Raising Kanan. Like we might just at the back end get to know who Breeze is, but we don't really get to see all of what he's gonna be doing until Origins show up.
Well, if they give us a Unique and Ronnie fucking flashback in Origins, I'm gonna be like, man, y'all fucking tripping. Y'all should have did this. Y'all should have did this back in Raising Kanan, bro. Like the fuck.
Hey, that's what's up, OKC. I'm not OKC fan, but I stick fuck with Shea, and I just hope they need to beat the Lakers both games that they got left. They need to beat them niggas both fucking games. I need them niggas to lose so they can send their booty ass to the play-in, and I can talk.
They treading the line of the play-in. I ain't been paying no attention to the standings, bro.
They like fourth place right now, but the problem is the standings from 4 to 8 damn near is only within 2 games. So if you lose 2 games, you can drop all the way down to the 8th. Yeah, that's how tight it is.
The West be fucking. They be busting ass every year, man.
Right. We're gonna meet Breeze in season 5.
Said Lakers is a 3 seed now.
Yeah, they are the 3 seed because the Warriors beat the Nuggets yesterday. So yeah, they're the 3 seed now. That's true.
I need to see where my Warriors sitting at, man. I know we ain't gonna win no championship this year.
I don't know, bro. I'm a Steph fan, and bro, fuck that. I put that on my Facebook yesterday. The Warriors might win it all. Fuck that. I ain't gonna underestimate them niggas.
I just hate our front court, bro. We lacking front court. I feel like if we run into like the Nuggets or some shit, bro, we gonna get cooked.
I don't know if I cooked the Nuggets the other night.
Yeah, I know, but shit, in the playoffs though, playoff motherfucking yeah, the Warriors are 5th seed. Yeah, playoff motherfucking Jokic is different.
To me, the Nuggets ain't got nobody that I'll be worried about in the playoffs.
Not even Jokic, bro.
Jokic gonna put up his numbers, but the problem is who gonna come along and help him?
You got MPJ and fucking Jamal Murray hurt, or is he straight? Because if Jamal Murray out, then yeah, we got a chance.
Always up and down, but he ain't got no serious injury, so he can come back. But me personally, because like I told folks, if Jimmy Butler can be playoff Jimmy, they can win the title.
Yeah.
If that nigga can average 25 points a game anywhere like that, or even 20, anywhere between that 22 to 25 range, and Steph gonna be averaging damn near 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then that Brandon Podziemski motherfucker starting to come along, Kuminga playing solid off the bench. Draymond gonna be Draymond, bro. Them folk got a shot. I'm not gonna guarantee they can win. They got a shot at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my eye on it for the playoffs. I'm definitely gonna be watching.
We'll see young Ghost and Tommy through the reflection of the TV when Unique Breeze gets popped, and it cut to the end credits setting up origins and lead to how it happened. They better not do that shit. Yeah, the Warriors are 5 seed right now, but they only one game away from the 3 seed, I believe.
Jamal Murray reminds me of a possum.
We be cooking folks on this house.
Talia said
NBA is rigged. Lakers versus Boston. So I'm gonna say this when it comes to that. The shit is definitely fixed to a certain degree, but this is the thing: they only can kind of like influence what they want to happen, but they can't guarantee it. That's what I feel like. Like they can tell the officials, "Hey, call all the bullshit on them, and make sure you don't call as much fouls on this team, shit like that." Because that's how they be rigging the games with the referee.
Yeah.
But if a team is just hot and them motherfuckers hitting everything, and your
Nothing
team
you can do.
missing that they want to win, hey, they cooked.
Yeah, ain't nothing you can do, bro. Motherfuckers is hitting.
When Steph
NBA
Curry get hot, nigga, they don't give a fuck how many whistles they got.
You can rig something like the NFL. It's hard to rig.
Yeah,
the NBA,
you can
bro.
rig the NFL a lot easier than you can rig the NBA.
Yeah, it's hard to rig the NBA, bro. If anything, you could just like a motherfucker like with the sports bet and shit. Like I know we was talking about it before. Like the motherfuckers, they'll turn up and then they'll cool down.
And it's like happened to me today, bro. Anthony Davis, bitch ass dude. He did. That bitch ass nigga was going ham in the first half. Hold up. Man, that shit made me so fucking mad. But like, bro, y'all bitch ass niggas don't never want me to win. Show you what this bitch ass nigga did, bro. Fuck that. Think of this.
That ended up happening for you.
That shit happened to me today, bro.
You crash out.
Bitch ass nigga.
What you talking about, support? You said, what if that ended up happening to you in real life? Would you crash out?
John Morant, bitch ass, didn't play too. That made me look. But this nigga AD had, keep in mind, he had like 26 fantasy points in the first half. Then he just fell off the cliff. Started turning the ball over there. Nigga just pissed me the fuck off, bro.
Bro, that's crazy.
34. You sorry as hell, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
They stay doing that shit too. That's why I was telling my nigga when he was starting to get happy, like, bro, niggas be bullshitting, bro. Niggas be bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, them boys in NBA, boy, they'll go read some shit. They'll go to halftime and be like, oh, all I need is 3 more rebounds. Shit, coach, sit me down the next half. Like, what? Why are you sitting, nigga? Why are you not back in the game? Nigga won't come back at all either. You be like, oh yeah, Anthony Davis was hurt. That nigga,
I ain't gonna lie. That shit would. I would be very mad about that ending if that's how that shit worked.
Yeah.
NBA is rigged and fixed after the Luka trade. Every star on Mavericks got injured. I mean, yeah, they definitely did some bullshit to get Luka over there to the Lakers. But what I'm saying is they can manipulate what's happening, but they can't control everything. Like they can put the pieces together that they think would make the most money and give them the best chance to win. But at the end of the day, the players, the game still got to be played. Like they've been trying to rig that shit for the bomb to win for the long. He just so fucking trash that he can't ever do it.
Yeah.
And niggas gonna swear God, I'm hating right now, but I'm telling you, bro, they don't put so much in place for that nigga to win. He keep losing, bro. It's crazy.
And they keep blaming everybody else when
They
he
blame
around.
people right now. That's the crazy part. That's crazy. But you know what's the worst part is?
Yeah.
I think this narrative that LeBron make everybody better is for false false ass narrative has never been true, and every superstar caliber or star caliber player, or even good role players that plays with LeBron, they all of a sudden not good no more. But they never blame LeBron. It's always their fault.
Yeah.
At some point in school, shit, in elementary school, you learned about the common denominator. LeBron is the common denominator, nigga.
Exactly, bro.
Chris Bosh was an all NBA player. He was scoring 20, what was it? I think he was scoring
24 and 12, bro.
24 points per game, almost
Yeah.
12 rebounds.
Yep.
And then he goes to Miami, and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, this nigga went there good. He was all right. He wasn't all that." D Wade was winning finals by himself, averaging like 30. Then all of a sudden he washed. They saying he washed. Then Kyrie was the only nigga that kind of too much wasn't able, to stay the same. They he didn't really go down. And then the biggest one for me, Kevin Love. Kevin Love was averaging 26 points, 15 rebounds. This nigga had games where he was hitting 30 points. 30
He had the record for 20-point games and 20-point rebounds for the longest.
And he was number 2 in PER. Now all of a sudden he played with LeBron. He ain't good no more. He washed, man. Kevin Love wasn't never that good. And then they went to Anthony Davis, did the same shit. Now it's Luka. Luka was just in the NBA Finals. He was the NBA scoring leader. Now this nigga struggling like crazy.
Yeah.
But nope. It wasn't LeBron's fault.
I think that's literally his fan base too, man. His fan base is just crazy. Bro.
It's his fan base and the media that I keep telling folks, everything is about money, bro. LeBron, all the money is in his stock. So they regardless of what happened, they're gonna protect LeBron to the fullest.
Yeah.
For instance, the newest thing, which is crazy, because Stephen A, you know how him and Stephen A was beefing.
Mm-hmm.
So Stephen A said something about him not attending Kobe's funeral. Me living in LA, I've been paying attention to all of that shit. Like I said, wasn't a huge Kobe fan growing up. I grew to like him like towards the back end of his career, but I always respected him. So every ceremony that was done for Kobe, whether it was his jersey retirement, his memorial service, his what else they did for him, anything in relation, his statue, when they gave him his statue, all of that shit, LeBron wasn't at any of it.
Damn.
And folks tried to make excuses for it. And then they lied. His camp lied and said LeBron was at the funeral. But that shit was a lie, because I was looking for the nigga when I was looking at the service. I was like, bro, where the fuck is LeBron? You seen every other big face player that's associated with the NBA. LeBron talking about he was there grieving in private. Nigga, stop lying. And Jenny Buss said she didn't see him there at all. Diana Taurasi, who was cracking jokes about him in her speech, said he wasn't there. And another major source came out and said he wasn't there. The nigga, they lying. The nigga wasn't there.
Damn.
The man is a hater. The hater that they claim we are, LeBron is that. LeBron is a hater. He be hating on Kobe and he be hating on Michael Jordan. 2 niggas that he know was better than him.
Yeah. I believe it, man.
Because there's no way a figure that big can go without being seen. Think about it. Somebody as big as LeBron James, you're the face of the NBA. There's no way you can go into no building full of celebrities and don't nobody spot you. There's no way.
That's a fact, bro. I've gave up on like trying to, hoist up LeBron, and like I'm like, bro, I like this level of play. The years when he played my Golden State Warriors, of course I was shitting on him. Of course I was, because it was all about Steph, nigga. Steph and goddamn Clay and Draymond. It was all it was about. And
you said who are you talking about when you said so they told them to get injured? What are you talking about? Because I'm sensing she a LeBron fan out here now. Hold on. I'm about to cook her ass real quick.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen, if y'all not familiar with Jay, he is gonna cook LeBron to the ground on a goddamn hibachi grill, nigga. Don't come in here talking about you like LeBron.
I gotta get up his ass.
I hate that nigga, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you don't know where my position is. I don't like LeBron. Fuck the nigga. But shit, yeah, if you come in here trying to throw out them LeBron theories, nigga, your ass finna be mad as shit. Cause you cause the nigga gonna cook the shit out your ass.
Hey,
Real
all
for
I'm
real.
saying is she's saying they told who was injured. You talking about AD? And see, that's another narrative. This let me tell you how bad the media is. Niggas like me pay attention. Let me tell you how bad these narratives are. They pushed out this narrative that that Anthony Davis is glass man, right? He always injured. That was the narrative. Now, even I, for a second, thought this was true because they were so good at it. Until you really pay attention to it and notice Anthony Davis over the past 5 years played more games than LeBron, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard. Shit, who else? James, not James Harden, Kevin Durant. He down there played more games than Booker. Nah, I ain't gonna say more than him, but they ain't too far off. My point is that this narrative that he's always out was something that they created to give an excuse for why LeBron kept losing. That's all it was. Okay, if you go back and pay attention, he played more games than LeBron did. They just be lying, bro. They create narratives, and they hope most of the public, which most of them won't, look into it and figure out that it's just a lie.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about Anthony Davis with the injuries part, Anthony Davis, yeah, do he get hurt kind of easily? Yeah, but he didn't miss so many games that it should have made them not be able to contend. Like 2021, you asked me that folks should have been done with that nigga after that, but some kind of way they still was on this nigga trying to lie like he the GOAT. Because there's no way a GOAT should win 33 games with 7 Hall of Famers on his team. It's just no way.
I think a lot of that too is them realizing that he was getting close to breaking that record. So I think that's the reason why they kind of like just held out for him. He was close to breaking Kareem's scoring record. He broke it in like when 2023.
Yeah, he broke it in 23.
Yeah, so I think when they noticed that, they just was like, well, we'll keep you here and just let you break Kareem's record. That's all he good at, man. He just good at breaking records, man. He's the nigga that y'all talk about in Westbrook being a stat patter. That's what LeBron is. He's a fucking stat patter, bro. He gonna fill up the fucking stats, nigga. It ain't really gonna amount to shit.
Them folks dipped out. They said, damn, folks talk about my king. I gotta get him out of here.
It'd be all right, shit. Just the facts, though, man. Shit, like.
But we're gonna go ahead and close this out on. Let's see, what's the last topic? I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. So Lou is gonna be joined. You said more the sheep. LeBron stats he killed his legacy. I'm not sure what you mean with that. But I was gonna say if Lou, since he's gonna be joining the team to help, the search or figured out what happened to Famous. If he do figure out, if they coming out and they find out that it was Marvin, what would be Lou's retaliation? Is he gonna just, not mess with him at all anymore, or could you see him actually being fierce enough to take out his own brother? Now, for me, I seriously doubt, this nigga that Lou could kill his own brother over famous, but I could see him possibly being super disappointed in him to the point that he don't look at him the same. What are y'all thoughts? Oh, okay, I got what you said. You said LeBron the sheep of the NBA, not the goat. More he playing the stats up, he kills his legacy.
Oh
Fact,
yeah, that's a fact. Yep.
facts.
That's what I just said. Like he's a stat pattern, bro. He not nobody to.
And he don't. The worst part is he don't understand that. Like he don't get
Yeah,
that, bro. We don't care about these damn stats, bro. We don't care. You can score 80,000 points. You're still not better than Jordan. You're still not better than fucking Kobe. You, in my eyes, you're not better than Steph Curry because he's still accomplishing way more in less time.
yeah. Curry did do it in a shorter period of time.
That's what matters. It doesn't matter if you playing longer than somebody and you get more stats. It's just like somebody if if you looking at cars, a Ferrari is able to go to California to New York and just let's say gas don't exist, and he was able to just go at full speed and he make it there in the Ferrari make it there in 16 hours, and the Toyota gets there in 3 hours. But the difference is the Toyota kept driving and he kept doing it. Oh, it did it more than one. Look at how many times it did it though. It doesn't matter who got
Yeah,
there faster, bro. That shit is crazy. The folks think total stats makes him better. And then they be trying to praise this nigga for accomplishments that didn't exist during Kobe and Jordan's time. Like they praising this nigga for having an in-season tournament championship. Nobody gives a fuck. That shit didn't even exist during Michael and Kobe's time.
hell no.
That shit is dumb.
It's a fucking participation award, nigga.
What's good, Kingdom Joe John though? I think Lou and Marvin going to prison. That black girl is undercover places by the FBI. Hey, I'm gonna say this: that Money Girl, absolutely, in my opinion, is up to something. I can't say exactly what it is she up to, but that bitch up to something. Because she is just because you pay attention, it's almost like she's fishing for information on Lou. It's like she's a plant. The question is, who is the one who planted her on him?
Shit, the record exec, nigga, Luel Galfin,
Could be.
which could set up him getting robbed essentially. Like if they find out his ass is playing with the feds or something.
So if it do, let's say it do end up being Laurel, right?
Yeah.
What would be Laurel's motive for planting her on him? To control him, or what's the angle?
Maybe to make sure he keeping his nose clean, because maybe he knows that he comes from a troubled background. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody asks, like how he was talking to him about how he had been in rehab before, he never really talked to Lou about what he was in rehab for, but he was open about telling him what he was in rehab for. But Lou didn't never disclose like what he was in rehab for. So it could make him just wonder, like, why was you in rehab? What was going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Lou, Kane, and Juke going to be only ones left. You talk about by the end of Raising Canaan? That's low key. I kind of agree with you too. That them are gonna be the ones last ones left. And if obviously if Unique turns out to be Breeze, he'll be left too. But like I said, it could very well turn out to be D Wiz's brother. It might be. But I do think the Shamik Moore character, I think he's gonna end up playing D Wiz's brother. Whether he turned out to be Breeze or not, I don't know. But I think either way, that's gonna be his character.
He definitely playing a big role.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big role because they're not gonna bring him on for no reason,
Yeah.
just for a small role. So yeah,
Or shit, maybe the Amani bitch is already been approached by Garcia and them. You know what I'm saying? We never know, bro.
yeah, better than
That's
informant.
Yup.
She could. I mean, she could be some kind of informant, or she could just be officer herself. But
Yep.
maybe something like this will happen that she end up was given the task of doing that, and she actually end up falling for the nigga.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that always be happening.
Yeah, it do. Yeah.
Lou doesn't have the right to judge Marvin. He knows Raquel gave that order. Did he not kill D Wiz and Scrappy? Well, he didn't kill Scrap. He killed D Wiz. And yeah, you're right about that. Um, me personally, I can't see Lou doing nothing against his brother. He might get mad. He might say something to him, but I don't see it going anywhere past that.
Yeah. We gotta figure out what the new, because I know you saying like it says in one of the descriptions that he embraces a new path and new journey or something. So we just gotta see
Yeah.
what that is. You know what I'm saying? That'll tell us what we need to know.
And in my opinion, it's only two, but I ain't gonna say only two things, but I'm just gonna say, in my opinion, it's between two things, and that's him fully embracing the street life, or he found out he got a son named Ghost, well, James. That's just my opinion, bro. I think it's one of them two things.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's just Lou, Kanan, Juke left, Lou might be the perfect candidate for Breeze. He might have name change. I think he has a slight percent of the chance of being him, but more than likely, no. Only way I see it not being Marvin is if the person who smoked Famous was a random who faces blood, but we hear them say before popping Famous, this is for Freddie. Yeah, something like that. But I mean, I doubt they would blur his face if it's something like from somebody from Freddie crew. I'm sorry, but I think they blew the forehead meat off.
They blew the forehead meat off that man.
Like, what the fuck is nigga? Tragic and tragic end could change Lou route. Definitely if Marvin died and Rock died, go to jail. R.I.P. Famous. Yeah, Famous went out bad, bro. That shit crazy. Man was grinding under a mattress. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm about to jump on the bandwagon with everybody say that nigga still alive, man. We ain't see that body, man.
We did see the body though.
We seen a hand, bro.
We seen a leg too.
I ain't seen the I ain't see the leg. I need to go back and look
Hold
at
on,
it.
hold on, hold on. Let me look at it. I thought we saw a leg. Maybe I'm tripping.
that body and turn up, man. Writers, they playing with us.
You might be right, but I think I'm gonna say that motherfucker about it.
Support talking about the Cookie Monster kill Famous. I don't know.
Who is the Cookie Monster?
The Cookie Monster kill Famous. Wow. He just saying some shit.
Damn, should have played.
Kaliga said his mama saw him and broke down. Yeah. Yeah, she did do that.
My brother's already called the police. Oh no.
But threw up like shit, boy.
You right, it was just a hand.
Yeah.
Either way, that's a body though.
Yeah, we know it's a body.
It's a body though.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they said his ID was on him. Why would his ID be on?
Because dirty ass police do shit like that. You notice they said they found his ID on. That's what made me think Garcia did the shit, bro. The nigga gonna put the ID on the body as if like, duh, nigga, like we know he'll probably have his ID on him, but then they talking about some dental records. Nigga, I feel like y'all should have had all that shit like right then and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't did it.
They got to do the
autopsy. Autopsy. Yeah.
And they gonna let us know. But this is the thing. In all of the description, it's Kanan looking for answers to see what happened to Famous. Come on, they gonna be doing that nigga alone. That nigga dead as hell.
Yeah.
Come on, that nigga dead as hell.
Maybe the reason why he looks into the theory of what happened to Famous like later on, because he didn't talk to Unique and shit. He done seen Unique and shit, and he probably like second guessing the nigga is dead because Kanan ain't seen the body. Somebody just called him and told him.
I see some bullshit right here, and it's on the screen. He said, "I think Lou killed Famous from how he reacted to the 411 stuff." Bro, we have got to stop this shit. We have got to stop this. So you weren't here earlier when I was explaining this. Let's go through the timelines, my boy. Think about this. When Famous was arrested, where was Lou? He was in rehab, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
So and keep in mind, he didn't get out of rehab until episode 2, which was 3 months later. They also said Famous has been missing for 3 months. So there is no way Lou took out Famous. Unless this nigga some kind of way escaped the goddamn rehab, found the car, because keep in mind where his rehab is at, very far from Queens. Found a way to rob somebody, took their car, drove all the way to Queens, said, I'm for to kill this nigga Famous. He don't have no motive to kill him at all. And he pops this nigga, drives back to his rehab facility, and makes it back before anybody noticed. Come on, bro. There's no way in hell Lou took that nigga out. Come on, bro. The reason why he did that with the 411 song was because he could sense that something had happened to him. And also keep in mind, when B Willa first got out, B Willa was saying that Fame was trash, so maybe he didn't want to agitate B Willa by playing the song. Either way, whatever the reasoning was, it wasn't because he's the one shot him. Also, look how he was questioning Kanan like that, asking him, has he heard from him? His man, that you could tell all that shit was sincere. He didn't know what happened to him. And look how quick he was to say the Fame was no snitch when Marvin asked him, was talking about, they said he started talking.
Yeah.
Marvin is the one who killed that nigga. I don't know why everybody keep looking elsewhere. This is just like when they were doing Who Shot Ghost. It's Who Shot Ghost all over.
It's pretty much what this is. Yeah.
That's what this is. Like the nigga who's the obvious one, that's who everybody kept overlooking, trying to say, oh, it may have been whoever, it may have been this. When it was Tariq the whole time. And he was the most obvious one. But I'll confess, I never thought it was Tariq. I was looking at everybody else. But nah, they ain't gonna catch me slipping this time. It's fucking Marvin. That nigga shot.
They're gonna walk up on Famous and be like, what's the 411 Famous?
He gonna
Like, Uncle Marvin. I didn't know that was you.
pop his ass.
It's pop his
He was
ass.
a fool that killed Famous. Facts to live. The store owner probably looked at that kid and was like, shit, I'll let you take about 3 to 4 more of them after finding Famous corpse. He probably gave that nigga discounts afterward. Why would he give him discounts for that? It was like a reward out there for him or some shit. The man said that was Jessica under the mattress. We know you trolling. There's no in hell. I still don't understand who called and told Kanan when Olga was the only one who knew Famous was dead.
That's a good point though. That's a good point out though.
And got on the bus and was in her feelings, reminiscing she didn't tell anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point right there. We don't know who's on that phone with him.
Yeah, that's question. That's something that I gotta look that out, think this over, and make a video on that on who the fuck told him. That is.
Yeah. No power though. They'd be like, I was a time skip. It was hours later. Olga was at home. She called him.
Could be, could be. But nah, more than likely here now.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Garcia may have called him.
That's see.
Could be Garcia.
Yeah.
Garcia might feel bad because he been harassing him all this time, saying he know where he at, and then to find out that he was dead.
Yeah.
But who knows? We also could see Garcia, because I could see this. Garcia could end up accusing, Kanan of being the killer.
Yeah.
He could be like, you knew that he was cooperating with us and stuff like that, so you took him out. It could be that. That could happen too.
Yeah.
But that's a mystery though. Who is that he was on the phone with?
Yeah, that's a good point out. I didn't think about it till she just said it for real. Who the fuck was he on the phone with?
Because did they ever put Famous out as a missing person? I don't think they did, right? I know the mom was trying to report it, but like, did they make that public knowledge that he's a missing person?
In the show, they never really said that. They just came out with that little. They had that little poster of him on the missing person poster, but that was like some fan. I think that was some fan shit.
Lou and Famous was at the club before he disappeared. His movie is what? Yeah, he's talking to the police. Famous died because he snitched. I'm not sure. You have to retype that, Kingdom John, though, because I don't know what you're saying really. So who the fuck knew that quickly and how? The only one I can think of to live is the damn police at the moment. 411 is the Famous testifying. If Lou wasn't suspect, why they ain't give him cut scene of the bad news. Lou no famous snitch in the streets need body and 411. He wasn't, but 411 was about his own thing. It's not like he was snitching on nobody, bro. He was talking about his own shit.
He was talking about his own problems.
Jukebox killing one of those kids at the party. Jukebox crazy motherfucker now. She shoots somebody because we saw that shit in the trailer. I don't know who.
Yeah.
I saw a comment on Movie by China that said famous pops killed him. Like, bruh. That is funny as hell. So this nigga just hunted him down and finally found him. Finally found you, little fucker.
Yeah. I said that shit the night after we seen that episode, but then I started thinking, like, I don't know, it's a little far-fetched. I think he just would have left or something. This bitch didn't stab me. Let me just leave, man. Leave these people alone.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that probably was like, let me see, that probably was like anywhere between 8 to 10 years ago, probably. That nigga, he said the way the path he was on, that nigga might be dead by now.
Gotta be dead, nigga. He bled out that night, nigga.
Famous put that body there with his ID. That body was there for 3 months and decomposed. Hey, Pepper, that's not a bad theory, but like I said earlier, how would you explain Kanan trying to figure out what happened to him? That's what the synopsis are saying in the later episodes. And I'm pretty sure the police are going to, they're going to run an autopsy and figure out if, like, say if that's not famous body, they're going to be able to figure out that that's not him. So there's no way I can really see that angle being played out unless the police themselves did that, because Famous is in the protective custody and they're just, covering it up to protect him. That's the only angle I could possibly see happening, but more than likely, that nigga dead is dead.
I'm gonna say this too, man. I'm leaning more towards that the police didn't do it now, because why the fuck would the police just leave him under a mattress in a random ass abandoned building, bro? Like, I don't think the police would be that goddamn dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if they were just trying to get rid of him anyways, they would literally get rid of him. Like, they wouldn't find no evidence, no nothing. Like, it's a fucking cop. So,
but I think after I get done with my video that I'm gonna put out later on tomorrow, y'all gonna see. Yeah, that shit definitely was Marvin.
yeah.
That shit was him like a motherfucker. But hey, this all fun and games speculating on who it could possibly be.
Yeah. And the shit just like Who Shot Ghost, like you said, too. Right?
Yeah, Kanan did tell his mama to call him if she hear anything. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe she did. Maybe it was her. Some kind of way they going to write it in that it was her. There's even niggas still saying it was Kanan, like how? He literally broke down crying. Yeah, but it's not fucking Kanan. Y'all just. Anyways, a lot of Power fans be slow or trolling. I don't think they let her. It's not so much that they slow. It's just what I think it is that some of them just be more on the casual side. So, they might watch the episode one time, and then all the prior episodes, they may have only seen it one time. So they'll miss some of the important details and forget that certain things happen. Like, okay, there's no way this is possible. See, us, we hardcore Power fans, so we paid attention to all this shit, so we wouldn't get caught slipping like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, speaking of what, let me tell y'all something. This is running. I'm gonna tell y'all a reason why nigga was late to this live real quick. This ain't got shit to do with Power. I just got an email to remind me of that shit. So, man, I was going to like pick up some, I had just got through working a job and I was cashing my check and shit. Man, it was some niggas, it was a black family. I was happy for them too, man. Them motherfuckers don't hit the lottery. And they was cashing out. So they had like, they had to like shut the shit down so that they can get all the money together to give the man to give the family their money. I'm talking about they had 3 big ass bags of fucking big ass stacks of money coming out of that motherfucker. Shit. I almost wanted to go back to the streets on them.
Ah, man.
Motherfucker had big ass. I'm talking about they probably walked out of there with millions, bro. No cap.
Damn.
I'm talking about big ass stacks of money. Like that nigga had 3 bags full of money.
That nigga was sitting outside in the car contemplating. He was like, "Yeah, I see what car y'all driving in." So, man, I might have to push this live back. I might have to push this live back a couple hours, man. I'm gonna follow these niggas.
God damn, robbery, and homicide is nothing to play with. God damn. Oh damn.
Man, I already know, bro.
But I was just playing that. I don't do folks like that, especially not black people. But the nigga though, the whole point of it though is that because I seen an email that just said something about the lottery because I'm subscribed to that shit, and it just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
But that shit was crazy as hell. Them folks, they walked out of there with big ass amount of money.
I need to play the lottery some more, man. I need
Most
to take
people here in LA all the time.
Yeah.
I stop playing that shit. I don't think they let her file a report because Garcia told her he was a fugitive. Yeah, that's what I think too. Famous had a warrant for his arrest. The feds Gonzalez said to his mother. I'm confused on what he's talking about again. Y'all think we gonna get a flashback scene of Famous death? Yes, sir, Chris, we will.
Yeah, we definitely getting that.
That scene of, I don't know if you're familiar with the exclusive clip, but it was an exclusive clip that dropped where we could see an image of what looked like the back of Famous' head. And somebody was holding a gun to it, and we speculating that was Marvin that was doing it. That's what I think it was. And I believe they're gonna show the flashback, and I believe this is gonna happen right when Kanan is putting 2 and 2 together on what happened. He's gonna approach it, and then I believe possibly maybe Marvin or somebody's gonna tell the story, or who knows, maybe a camera may have picked it up or some shit.
Yeah.
To see it.
Or right before somebody died, they just start confessing shit. You know how that shit go.
Yeah.
Motherfucker about ready to die and just start telling it all. Like, oh, now you want to tell everybody. You about to fucking go in this furnace. Fuck you, nigga.
411 was about him killing Freddie. Streets Need a Body about D Wiz. Yeah, but everybody already knew about Streets Need a Body, bro. Streets Need a Body been out for 2 years. Ain't nobody made a move on it yet. Streets Need a Body, I don't think had nothing to do with. I mean, if it's Streets Need a Body, which I made a video about this before. Let's say Streets Need a Body did get him in trouble. Only 2 candidates that could possibly come after him for that, in my opinion, 3 people. It could end up being somebody related to Buck 20, D-Wiz's brother, or Unique. Only 3 that retaliate against him for that. But more than likely, that's not what it was. That boy Famous probably resembled Jason from Friday the 13th, Part 7, Unmasked. Yeah, his mother did ID him. That's true. So I think we can. My opinion, I thought we could then put this to the rest. That definitely was that nigga, and he is up out of here. Hey, Chris, hell yeah! Ironically, they stole your mo by putting him in a vacant. Y'all should have told Marlo to plan that shit better. They just talking about the why. Marvin, Lou, Neat, Rock, prime suspects. Yeah, Lou can't be a candidate, nigga. Take Lou off the list. Like we can rock with Marvin, Neek, and Rock, but
If
I'll
look, I
Rock.
would
I'll say Rock for sure wasn't the one that pulled the trigger because they did show the hand, and that was definitely a man hand. So you can eliminate Rock too.
I want y'all to understand with this Lou theory of him killing Famous, bro. He would have not have successfully passed in fucking rehab like he did, bro. He
Exactly.
would have not passed that shit, bro. They would have been
A lot
like,
of people ain't thinking about this. He went to rehab. What made him start drinking heavily was him killing people or seeing people die that was close to him that he didn't want to kill or have nothing to do with it. That's
yeah,
what made him go down that path. So if he killed Famous, the young nigga that he watched grow up, he knows his nephew's best friend.
was
And
smashing his sister
he
at one
was
point in time.
exactly he was with his sister, and he just did a nice record with this man, and he killed him. Bro, that nigga would have been drinking like a fish.
Yeah,
He ain't know when the hell he would have got through that shit. Get Lou out y'all head. There's no fucking way it was Lou. I could entertain all the other niggas, even if I think it's a little far fetched. I can entertain it a little bit, but there's no way the timeline don't add up, and he doesn't have any reason to do it. It's just you can get Lou is hell no to Lou. It's
yeah,
crazy. Even the casual viewer should obviously know Kanan did not kill Famous. That's just common sense. That as well. But I'm gonna say this though, support. Kanan has a stronger case than Lou does. Because I mean, let's just say he might have cried like that because it finally hit him that it just hit him a little later that bro, your best friend is really gone. Because sometimes when people do stuff, they sealed away what their real feelings are, and then one day it could just hit them. Like sometimes somebody close to you can die, and you just ignore your feelings, try to stay strong, and then one day something could happen that reminds you of them, and you just break down. That happens. So I'm gonna give it a slight window, even though I think it's very, 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 very slim. That is Kanan. But I'll give him a slight window for the ones that's saying that. Because, with him talking and stuff like that, keep in mind, it was his father, how it was his father, and it was him who they were trying to get him to snitch on. So that's a slight motive. But more than likely, hell no.
yeah.
Kanan, the niggas who wear all that death on them and like it are the ones you need to fear the most because they see already dead and they like that shit. Unique episode 5, someone said he was dead. That's dangerous of putting all their money in bags. Hey, niggas had it. I'm telling you. All I know is that there's no way, and I mean no way, they would have made it home safe in Memphis. If my nigga Uno up in here, he'll testify to
I'm,
that.
I'm
They ain't making it back
I'm
home.
tripping off. I'm tripping off it being L.A. and them making it out of there like that. Because I always hear stories about people getting ran up on in L.A. like all the time.
I'm gonna tell folks this, bro. I've been living in LA for 8 years now, and I've been telling folks, LA ain't nearly as bad as Memphis. It's not.
Yeah,
This is the difference, though. If you go to certain parts of LA, you can get your ass towed up.
Yeah.
But if you in certain areas and stuff like that, you know, it could be chill. And LA, they more professional and organized with their shit. Memphis is just a bunch of wild young niggas that just do crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think before they do it. Like if they see, oh, that nigga got all that money. Oh yeah, I'm finna catch that nigga slipping.
They getting followed home, man.
Yeah, they gonna get followed home. Absolutely. That's somebody absolutely would have followed them home. Saying that.
Yeah.
Like you better have the police escort you or some shit because I'm telling you. And then as grimy as Memphis is, shit, the police might rob you. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's hell down there.
Yeah.
But anyways, and he agreed for Charlotte that Unique is going to become the most single feared person in Queens, even more so than Def Con and Jukebox. Bank or check cashing spot. It was a check cashing spot. Yeah, I saw it. Looks like Marvin because of the bracelet on Marvin's wrist. Exactly. That's what I saw. The bracelet. That's the problem. Songs was hot. Lou knew it could be terrible. Famous was self-snitching. Famous was part the reason them damn songs was sent Lou crazy. What? Lou ain't get them songs ain't got nothing to do with Lou going crazy drinking, nigga. What caused Lou to go crazy drinking was the death of D Wiz, the death of Scrap, the death of Scrap mom, and later we saw through the flashback Jessica showing back up to him like that. That's what caused it. It didn't have shit to do with them damn songs.
Hell no, it didn't.
Because he created when he was creating the song with him, he was telling the nigga to continue the song. He was
Exactly.
at the time.
Yeah.
Like,
He
you
wasn't telling them to stop because he was saying too much. He was telling them he liked it because it sounded real. And he told them to embrace it damn near. So
yeah, he said because he'll set them free.
mm-hmm.
The people who think Lou killed Famous probably believe he got teleportation powers like Kane in Book 2 when he escaped. That's still one of the biggest and craziest thing, and they ain't gonna never explain it too. How the hell did Kane survive that shootout against the police? This nigga just disappeared, and we saw that nigga in the bed. Like,
You know
how
how?
did the writers think that was okay?
You know how, man? Because that nigga really ghost son, bro. You know how?
That shit is crazy.
Motherfucker.
Marvin because he changed since last season when Gerald betrayed him. Exactly, and I'm gonna break that down. This here, Chris, I'm gonna break that down in my video that I got coming for tomorrow. I'm gonna break it down thoroughly to show folks exactly how this is Marvin, so they can put this shit to rest for sure. For the motherfuckers that saying it's Lou, like that's insane. And for the rest of the people that y'all think it could potentially be, but at least those people, like I said, Malcolm and even Garcia, I'll give Garcia a little bit, but I think it's slim. But at least he has a chance at it. Lou doesn't have a. I think Lou is the lowest percent chance. He has no chance of it being it. I'm gonna tell you, bro. If it turns out to be Lou, John Doe, just send your cash out, and I'm gonna just shoot you some. So that's straight up. The moment they say, "Oh, it was Lou," just send your cash out. You ain't gotta worry about it. Just suspect your transaction, and it ain't gonna be nothing small. But guess what? You ain't gonna never get that shit, nigga, because it ain't Lou. It's crazy as hell, bro. That's crazy as fuck. There's no way in hell Lou did that shit. The nigga was in rehab.
I don't see what people see in that. I don't even know why they want to see that. Why y'all want to see that? That's crazy.
Famous is the Tupac of Queens. Gang said instant transmission. That's exactly what the nigga said. It kept a sensory being in his pocket after fighting Zion. People always said it was Jukebox that smoked Famous. Now, I saw that one too, support. I'm going to say this. At least Jukebox got a little bit of chance, but at least she was actually around to do it. But that's super slam too because of two things, which pretty much like I say is a 0% chance that Juke did it. That was a masculine hand that we saw holding that gun. It wasn't a woman's hand. Unless that wasn't Famous who was getting shot behind that in the back of his head, which I'm pretty certain that it was. There's no way it was you.
She also did seem very comfortable after we assumed that was her first body. So it would be interesting to find out that wasn't her first body.
Bro. Like just now, in the midst of you saying that shit, I was thinking about that. But at the same time, I just think, the reason why she was smirking like that was because it just felt so good to her to finally catch her body. Because she probably was contemplating about what is it like to take a life from somebody. And she finally got to do it. Yeah. She was smiling like a nigga once he first got his first piece of pussy.
Definitely.
That's how she was smiling. She's like, so that's what it's like.
She had a rush. She had a rush after that.
Exactly. It was like an adrenaline rush for real. She was like, man,
yeah.
Woo! That shit was pumping. She's like, get that motherfucker. Woo! And now she's just about to go on a rampage.
Yeah, I can see that.
Where Kanan and Bree's partners, or did Kanan work under him? Well, I think Kanan worked under him, but he was like the second in command. So it's like they were partners, but Breeze was the number one. It was similar to like Ghost and Tommy. Ghost and Tommy was absolutely partners. They went everywhere together. Everybody knew, what I'm saying, about them. But he was the number one.
Bruh dying on that hill, he said the rehab was a perfect cover.
Rehab, a perfect cover.
Bro, that's so funny though to just think that though. I mean, it is, but no.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? Juke was in boot camp when that shit happened. So basically, Jukebox was able to escape the sergeant, drive all the way down to Queens, get a gun, which she never owned, as far as we know. Never mind, she took the gun from the army. That's where she got it from. So she took a pistol from the army
with a silencer on
it. Searched the block, found Famous finally, and shot his ass, and drove all the way back to boot camp before anybody knows. Stop this shit, bro. Y'all got to stop this shit. Y'all have got to stop this, bro. I ain't gonna lie, y'all just get loud though, bro. I gotta say, but y'all gotta stop this shit. Bro, Lou or Jukebox didn't do this shit, bro. Y'all need to stop this shit. It's too funny as hell, though.
It is, bro. That's just crazy.
Like, I swear to God, bro, a tear that coming out my eye now. That shit was funny as hell. Lou used Shadow Claw Jitsu and made a... That's how he did it, bro. He used the damn Shadow Claw and had that motherfucker.
Why he went to Pop Famous. That's funny, bro.
He went to Pop Famous.
That's funny.
That's what Naruto would do, though. He'd use the Shadow Clone to stay where he at. And then he travel out somewhere else. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nah, man. A lot of the fans, man, they mind just be racing, man. You could tell like their mind just be going everywhere with it. Man, Raquel Thomas shitting bricks next episode.
Yeah, because I think she gonna figure it out next episode, but it's not gonna. We're gonna get to see her reaction to it episode 7. So I think she figured it out at the end of 6 that we about to get ready to come on, and then 7 we get to see her reaction to it.
Yeah.
Damn, this ugly ass nigga been alive this whole time, stirring up all this damn trouble just because he think I fucking set him up. Come on, ugly ass nigga, I ain't had nothing to do with that. God damn, that boy in there listening to how do I what's that Jordan Sparks breathe song?
Man, my wife got fucking she in there watching. She ain't even watching it, bro. TV just on. It's the game. The show, The Game. You remember that show?
Oh yeah, bro. That's what my girl be doing. When y'all heard that bullshit in the background, that's what my shit was. Man, what the fuck is that shit in the background?
Yeah.
Too. So that's crazy.
TV watching her. Shit.
I was surprised when Tasha killed Lala in book 1. That's how Power play. Yeah, nigga. But when Tasha killed Keisha, nigga, it was plausible. It wasn't nothing that prevented her. It wasn't a mystery of who did it, or it wasn't nothing that was preventing her from like us eliminating. Like, there's no way Tasha did this because she was here. We know for sure she was here. It wasn't nothing like that. Like, for instance, the only thing you can compare this to is the Who Shot Ghost thing. Because didn't nobody know who did it at first, and then later on it was revealed. So if somebody would have said to me, "Oh, it was Blanca Rodriguez," I would have been like, "There's no fucking way, nigga. We literally seen her outside of the goddamn club, and she heard the gunshot." And then they still trying to argue. No, bro, I'm telling you, she was able to set up a timer on a gun inside the club, and then when she pressed the button, the gunshot went off, hit Ghost, shot him, and she just act like she didn't know what's going on. You see how stupid that shit sound? That's how stupid this shit is with Lou did it. What you doing right now? Bro, you are tripping, my boy. You are tripping. Nobody's trying to insult your intelligence or nothing, bro. The shit just funny as hell. They're just trying to let you know you tripping. There's no fucking way it's Lou. You are, but I commend you for holding on to it though. That's crazy. Like, you sticking to it. Hey, and this is the craziest part. If you turn out to some kind of way by some miracle be right, you can troll me for the rest of this series. That would be crazy that this nigga has argued with me tooth and nail that is absolutely Lou, and it turned out to be that nigga. Lou, some kind of way, leaves the rehab facility and kills Sam.
If that shit happened, bro, I'm done raising Kanan, bro.
I swear to God, I might have
I'm done with this shit.
Unless they write it really, really good to the point that it makes sense. No,
bro, we just poked a hole in that shit, bro. It's no way it can make sense at this point.
Right. I'm just trying to trying to give it a shot at something, but it's just no way that shit happened. But anyway, let me keep reading. Someone in the Discord had a theory that maybe that scene in the trailer might be a fake scene. Like, maybe it's Kanan imagining how Famous went out. Oh, you know what?
I was thinking, because I read that. Yeah, I read that, and I was like, that could be possible. Like, they faking us out with the faking us out with the scene because the scene don't look like it's got like a yellow hue to it, so it looked like it almost could be like somebody daydreaming or imagining something or reimagining something. It could be that, like a dream or something.
Well, the thing is with that is that they always use filters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whenever it's a flashback scene, so
yeah,
that's what that is. Obviously, it's a scene that's already happened. It's not happening on the current time.
yeah,
So, yeah, that's what that is. The reason why it looks like that. But that theory that is Kanan, imagining how it could have happened, that's interesting.
yeah,
So that if it happens like that, I'm gonna say this. If it happened like that, then that would open up the possibility that Rock could do it because that would eliminate, the masculine hand theory. Because now that means he don't know who did it. He just imagining somebody did it. But that still wouldn't eliminate Lou or Juke because we know where they were at during that particular time.
yeah.
No way. So for my guy that's typing right now, getting ready to say, yeah, see, and that's how it could be. No. No. Still ain't that nigga.
Yeah, man. I'm dying on this hill, man. Fuck that. It was Lou, goddamn it.
Let me try to see if I can find that scene so I can show it.
Yeah, pull that up because I've seen something in there and I was like, that's what kind of made me think otherwise too. But I need to look at it again one more time. I do think that Unique gonna end up killing Marvin, probably though.
Okay, so I got it. Hold on. All right. So
This is famous with a weapon to his head. And that guy behind him at first I thought was Unique, but that's Marvin. There's a link in the description to my video where I break it down and prove that it's Marvin. Did you notice this in the new Raising Kanan in season 4 trailer? Let me show you something.
See, I really wanted without this, all this right here, so you can see the bracelet and shit.
Yeah, you can kind of see the chin hair a little bit, like the Marvin chin hair. And you could damn near see the damn flat top back there, nigga. Like, damn near see it's his flat top.
Yeah.
This is famous with a weapon to his head. And that guy behind him at first I thought was Unique, but that's Marvin. There's a link in the description to my video where I break it down and prove that it's Marvin.
Well. So yeah, that's the image. And I absolutely, like I said, you can see right here, that's the ring, and you can see it right here. See this? That's the bracelet.
Yeah.
This is Marvin, people. And I'm gonna thoroughly explain on my video, why Marvin did it.
Hey. Oh, pull up the if you can, the episode description for the next episode. Cause didn't he did smoke Terry, and that's probably one thing that she could be mad at him about, but
Yeah,
they said it
I
was
went
something.
over that last live. Yeah, but I'll put it up for you.
It was something that said like Rock is trying to deal with Marvin's mistake or some shit. He made a mistake.
Yeah.
Some shit. Trying to clean it up.
Damn, what this shit in the fucking way? Hold up.
Yeah, Rock tries to overcome Marvin's poor judgment. I don't think that the poor judgment is him killing Terry, bro. That's just my opinion because Terry was already saying he was gonna snitch. If Terry was saying he was gonna snitch, then why would Rock have any kind of sympathy for Marvin killing that nigga?
Yeah, because I mean, if he goes to the cops, and that could tear down their whole operation.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
not having, not having what's his name again?
Who you talking about? The
Oh yeah,
brother?
Andre.
Oh yeah, Andre. Yep,
Oh,
yeah.
not having him no more, to get them out of it, it make them vulnerable. So yeah, I mean, I
So
initially thought that too. That
yeah,
that mistake was him killing Amos, and she's gonna try to cover it up.
yeah. I just think that could be what the poor judgment is though, because I mean, shit, maybe they go back and talk about what happened. Shit, the nigga done already lied to Rock already this season, so I don't see him really lying about that shit.
Allow me to reintroduce myself as the title of episode 7. Hopefully, we will get the introduction to Breeze that episode. Yeah, I said that too. Hopefully, play preview to next episode if you could. Okay, I'll play it. Hold on, let me get down with these comments. You think Marvin or Lou dying this season? Marvin, but not Lou. The ghost of Ronnie might have done it. Snoop from The Wire killed famous. Got it. Was Lou famous? Was Lou famous not in club? Huh? Bro, see that's what I'm saying. That's that casual fans type stuff. No offense, but that like you're proving right now that you're a casual fan because everybody knows that the first episode was a flashback scene, bro. Everything that happened there happened 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So that if you pay it, see, and that's another thing. You didn't even notice that when Famous was at that club, that's the same shot from episode 6 of season 3. It's the same thing. They just showed you more in detail of things that happened that same episode that they didn't show you then. That's all that was happening.
Yeah.
So Lou being around him during that time, dude. Keep in mind, the last we saw Famous in season 3, he was in jail. Remember that. And when he was in jail, where was Lou? He was in rehab, dude. So how the hell could Lou possibly kill him when he doesn't get out of rehab until episode 2 of this season, which is 3 months later? Possibly even 4 about time episode 2 hit. There's no way, dude.
Yeah, because we done been through damn near 6 months at this point.
Yeah, something
And
like that.
five episodes. It's been like 6 months.
Yeah. It's gonna be anywhere between 4 to 6 months has passed.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely no way, dude. That's why I keep on going back and forth with you, trying to get you to see, and so you won't be disappointed. There's no way it's Lou, bro. Anyways, Famous wanted it one way, but it was the other way. The inmate that played chess with Kanan in jail in OG Power killed Breeze. I don't know though, because it was sloppy work. I'm not sure what you're saying. Inmate that played chess with Kanan in killed Famous. Oh, killed Famous. Right. Like that happened. Kanan would have killed that nigga in that cell. Anyways, was about to give Snoop from the Wire vibes. Gangster, psychotic, lesbian that's also a trained killer with dark thing of a sense of humor. Snoop once said a prayer for niggas she murdered over their bodies. That's a crazy motherfucker. Marvin then killed Chain. What happened to the breeding classes in hell? XX. Well, Gerald killed that farm. And that's another thing I was going to explain in the video. Marvin downfall definitely coming if he killed Famous. Kanan will set him up like Tariq did. That's what's going to happen. Yep. Facts, Terry had to go. She told Marvin, don't kill the Asians. Terry can't snitch on Quan, they family.
It's another thing, too. It's going to be like a layer of trust.
Terry, I don't think Terry was related to Quan. Terry and David, they weren't related to him.
Nah, they weren't.
No, they were part of the other guy's family.
Yeah.
The older guy that looked like Chef Boyardee. Shane Sean and Unique is the new Deadly Alliance. Yep. Garcia killed Famous. All the power spinouts be having the same parallels. Okay, here's another one that's saying the Garcia. Like I say, I'm not gonna clown you like the Lou one, but if you say Lou, I'm gonna have to clown you. At least Garcia got a slight chance. I don't think it's so, but it's a slight chance. D-Mac killed the cop. Diana killed the cop. Jukebox or whatever, or whoever next on the Garcia. Tariq and Braden killed Famous. Right. Police brutality. Or Unique killed Famous while Kanan killed Ronnie. Here's another one that said it's the detective. Okay, Detective Garcia getting some noise up in here, I see. Even though it's Marvin, but hey, y'all, that's what's up. If Marvin didn't kill Famous, then most likely one of Freddie's people killed him. I can agree with that, Marcus. If it ain't Marvin, I'm gonna go with one of Freddie's people and possibly Howard.
Yeah. We'll know after episode 6 though, kind of, because it seemed like Rock is kind of like questioning Lou as far as like, you know, oh, you wanna go, you wanna get on the good foot for this nigga now all of a sudden. Like seemed like she finna get mad about that shit.
Yeah. She almost was talking to him as if, you know, she was trying to figure out where his head was at because she knows the truth.
Yep. But I wouldn't be surprised that if Kanan gets manipulated to kill Marvin, that would be crazy. They get manipulated by the Unique to go do the shit because Unique ain't gonna go do it.
Okay, let me go. So I'm about to play the trailer for y'all now for episode 6.
What's my Famous? Kenny gonna want some payback for his friend.
He ain't playing with it.
Oh, you wasn't down with that kind of shit no more.
I'll make an exception for Famous. You want to make some room? Give me some information. Give me something. I can't take out Stefano. But if we could just soften him up enough, his own people will do it for me.
Let's do this.
I'm back. I look like I never left.
Yeah, that's it.
See that bar didn't look like Stefano bar? You don't think that's Stefano bar right there?
Wait, let me go back.
Where Unique was walking into? It kind of looked like it. I could be wrong. See the Stefano bar, or that's Joaquin bar, but I don't think he'll pull up on Joaquin though. Joaquin and them did not like him, so I don't think he'll do that.
Where he standing at? Where Neek standing at?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to say there's early Tyler house. There's a certain part of his house. They got that little diamond shape.
It do. Okay. Because I don't remember what the Tyler house looked like. I forgot.
It was his house got that, and Marvin house got that too. But we know for damn sure he ain't in Marvin house. So I would say early Tyler.
Okay. Yeah, man. This episode gonna be a good one, bro.
Lou back drinking and killing. He might have did some Michael Myers rehab escape.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Right. He's saying the bullshit that I said earlier. Stop it, bro. Stop that bullshit right there. But you can tell he's just trolling though. The serious. Neat trying to get the Jersey mob behind him. Yep. And he gonna succeed at it. That's how he gonna take over that shit. That's how he gonna take over. That's what I was trying to tell the Jamaican homie earlier.
But I wonder what else do Phil Russo know though, man? Because Phil Russo seemed like he knew a little bit more than, you know what I mean? Like when he was sitting there talking to him, he told him, he was like, I didn't hear that the black chick got you set up to get killed. I didn't hear that. You know what I'm saying? So he also knew that him and Sal Baselli wasn't on good terms based on their last conversation. So
that is true. So it's like somebody, been feeding him some information. That's true.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. This shit got the it's finna take a turn, bro. It's finna take a slight turn, bro.
Yeah, more like some kind of twist about to happen.
Yeah.
Somebody listen to Beethoven now? That's you?
That's me, man. I told you my wife got the TV on, man. She in that sleep.
Might say Phil Russo fed.
Could be, because remember the feds when they found out something about Sal Baselli finna get hit, they showed up to his crib and told him right before. So I'm wondering who the fuck the feds knew that information from, because they said they had his phone tapped or some shit up. It was something weird they had on Baselli, bro, where they was keeping tabs on him.
The thing we do know is that, what year was it? Was it in 93? I want to say it was in 93, because I think Ghost and them talked about it on the original Power, that, all of them is going to go down. The mob, they had a huge RICO case. So Stefano going to get his ass arrested more than likely.
Okay.
Because a lot of them snitched on him. His own people snitched on him and then sold him down the river, and they got tickets to Arizona.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Due to having CTE is delusional.
Yeah, very delusional.
Sal's bowling alley was tapped.
But I ain't know that. I know the bowling alley was tapped. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I know the fish market was tapped up though.
What if the egg yolk head nigga that's always with Stefano is Tony Teresi in the snitch? He look a little. Let me see. I mean, yeah, I guess it's possible. Let me add up them years.
They showed a picture of Teresi when he had that picture of him in Flushing, when they was in Flushing before they moved to Queens.
Yeah, but I would think he would have hair though.
Yeah, he did have hair in that photo. He had hair in that picture. He wasn't no ball, dude.
Teresi should be showing up soon though. 'Cause if he's one of Stefano's hitman, he should be down there probably show up eventually. The
Now
guy
you think
still
he with
out.
think he with Stefano, or you think he with Tommaso? Because we ain't seen Tommaso since, bro.
Uh-huh. That's another one. See, that's another one that I think we should be on the lookout. Because think about this: a made man got his ass beat by a random black dude, and he ain't gonna retaliate at all. Not gonna try to search the block and figure out who he is and nothing like that. I
You
don't,
think they might get? You think they might catch Marvin like them Russians caught Alonzo in training day?
could
And
could
it could be Tommaso in there. That could be when we see Teresi. Shit, that would be dope. He don't get killed by his family. He get killed by the mob, though. I would like that better than him getting killed by his family. I'm tired of that shit, man. Like, the family ain't got to kill each other, goddamn it.
yeah, I agree, bro. Like let it be somebody else. Like I'm tired of seeing son kill daddy, daddy killing son.
Yeah,
I don't want to see brother kill brother. None of that shit.
yeah, that shit crazy, bro. But it do seem fitting though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's been out of the picture for the longest. We ain't seen him since Marvin put hands on him. So
Yeah. And I was gonna make a video on. I think that's gonna come back to hunt him because dude, who knows? Dude might mess around and get mad at his wife or some shit. Fuck her ass up, and then
mhm.
start mad at Marvin because of lame him. Like, I don't,
Yeah,
but yeah, he might just go and find Marvin and do something to him.
yep,
No, this hold on. I don't see Raquel dying. If anything, I believe she will be forced out of the game by everyone once everyone feels that they can't trust her. Her karma for what she did to Unique. I can see that. Now I'm talking about the dude that shot Marvin in season two. Dude shot Marvin in season two. I got you.
mm.
But he looked older than what yeah, I think he looks a little too old to be um Teresi. During that time period, 93, he should be, yeah, because I think they say he was in his 60s then, right?
Yeah, like 60 something. He wasn't nowhere near 70 yet. No.
Yeah, he was in his 60s, so that's like 30, damn near 30 years ago. Yeah, about 30 years ago. Dude don't look, the dude that shot Marvin looked like he was already damn near 40. So,
Yeah, a lot of
yeah.
them motherfuckers was old, man. They was already old. They was in season two.
Marvin needs to find out Raquel set him up in order to take over his business before he dies. Yep. Um, I always felt like that would happen, but hey, I guess we'll just have to wait and see because I always felt she definitely set that nigga up. The worst theory: Marvin faces death and changes his name to Uncle Gabe. Well, that was floating around for a while, and I'm not gonna say that's the worst theory, but I'll say this: if Lou turns out to be Ghost's dad, that theory ain't gonna look so crazy no more, huh?
Yeah, it's true. It's definitely true.
But yeah, anyways, though, this thing's starting to die down. It's been 3.5 hours. Been on this again a little minute. I need to get started making some of these videos, so I'm about to get ready to wrap this shit up. On some red pill shit, I can see Marvin being breezed, becoming more reckless. It would it would explain why Kanan had Ghost kill him. He loved Marvin too much to do it, but understood why his mom betrayed him. Hmm. Lou can't be Ghost Pops for the fact that Ghost Dad Club and Lou Club are in two different locations.
Where
Yeah,
where where is that club? That club is in like Manhattan or some shit, ain't it?
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, they could have changed that shit easily. They could have, or he could end up getting another club. You just never know.
Yeah. Shit, if the nigga get a new club before this season over with, because they do say he embraces his new path. So I mean, shit. Granted, he's already been a club owner, but shit, I mean, having his own club to himself, you know what I mean? Who knows?
Yeah. So I mean, that still doesn't eliminate the possibility.
Yeah.
It could be they just made Lou a whole lot like him so they can make us think that. But they
Red,
love playing with niggas' heads.
red herring. They love doing red herrings, bro.
Ghost Dad Club is in Queens. Remember, Ghost was part of the Queens Child Project. I'm well aware of that.
Remember, remember Kane's login on his laptop was Queen's Child Project too.
What?
You remember in book 2 when Drew went in there to get like Drew got put out of the
I
penthouse.
know what you're talking about, but he didn't. He didn't. They didn't show what the password was, did it?
Nah, bro, I'm just joking. I was just
Right.
bullshit.
I'm like, "Wait, what?"
The pass, I seen somebody say that shit. The password was Queen's Child Project. I'm like, nigga, what the
The
fuck?
password to that shit probably was Monet.
Yeah, it probably was though. Some goofy shit, some simple shit.
That's why when Drew was able to figure it out, he was like, "This nigga."
This nigga here. I love my mama Monet.
Shit like that.
I ain't silly.
I see Lou being breezed. He's slick and be 2 steps ahead. And when he go on move, he put his hoodie on. Jukebox being Bree's daughter would also explain why Ghost and Tommy never even thought about fucking with Juke. The password is Kane's stuff this month. But
Yeah, man.
anyways, though, yeah, I need to go ahead so I can start working on these other videos so I can make sure I get them jazz out.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
All ready for it.
appreciate everybody that came through and stuff like that. You know, we had a good little time. This 3 hours, man, came quick too. I don't feel like I've been on here 3 hours, but hey, that's what happened when nigga having a good time. You know, interacting with people like that, having a good life. But yeah, let me see.
Yeah,
Last with ones, cause Kanan is Kane real father. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Kane doesn't know that, even if that did turn out to be true. I think Unique is Breeze if they are doing a break. They, what do you mean by that, Kalinga? He has to be Breeze if they making niggas wait after season 7. I mean episode 7. Yeah, that's what I said too. Because it's just crazy that they say allow me to reintroduce myself, and then they make you wait 2 weeks. The next episode isn't until after that. The next episode isn't until 2 weeks
April,
later.
April 25th. It's crazy, man. Well, that's yeah. Or it'll be after April 25th. That's what I meant to say.
It has to be something major. Yeah, and typically that's what it be. Something major is getting ready to. It's like I said, it's either something big happened on episode 7, and they making you wait to see what the aftermath of it for episode 8, or something big is about to happen in episode 8. But I kind of want to lean more towards that something crazy happening, a crazy cliffhanger happening in episode 7, and they making you wait to see what happened in episode 8. Somebody big could drop in episode 8 too, but
Yeah.
But anyways, though, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and check on out of here so I can get these videos out. Appreciate everybody coming through. That came through. It's a slight possibility I might do another live tomorrow, but check the community. I'll let y'all know in there. But till the next time, appreciate everybody. See y'all later.
Thanks for having me, bro.
No problem, my boy.
For sure.